What's up, storytellers? I'm Clark Rowanson, the magic engineer, and it's time for us to continue our adventure in Aeonia. So, just a reminder, LMBPN LLC owns all the rights to the logos, book covers, artwork, book content that is shown and discussed in this stream. All of this is being used with permission for promotional purposes only. LMBPN LLC is not responsible for the content of this adventure. This is, of course, referring to my debut novel, Spawn Point, that I co-authored with Michael Anderle and is going to be coming out very soon. I was hoping to have these videos up sooner, but, anybody who has played D&D, the scheduling, that's all I need to say. So it will be coming out on the 24th. I have no idea how close that is going to be to when this video actually comes up, but there you go. And we are going to be doing a live stream to do the second part of this adventure right before the launch party. So live stream is going to happen at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and the launch party is going to start at 1 p.m. Pacific time, where there will be a bunch of fun. There will be time for us to talk about the game system, a Q&A, chapter reading. I'll be talking in silly voices, and it's going to be a good time. So with that, we're going to go ahead and go through our players again. Aaron, you're up.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Aaron Fours, actor, author, leatherworker, crafter, cat dad extraordinaire. And yeah, I love everything fantasy and sci-fi and weird. And that's why I'm here, because I'm very weird professionally.
It's part of why we get along.
My character, Felicius Fitchthorn, is
Spock.
what? Oh, that's right. I got rid of the thorn because, well, you'll get to Rennie. And so I am a glowing light being. There's just glowing light coming out from beneath my skin. I believe my species is called the Lumalux. And the radiance exudes not only from my blood, but from my smolder. I am charming. I am charismatic. Those really feel like the same thing. I am clever. I am quick. I am profoundly lazy, and I will not be doing any of the manual labor in the party.
And what are your themes?
My themes are radiance or light and fortune. I'm not sure whether we decided radiance or light fits that better, but that.
Excellent. Now, Rennie.
Yes, I'm back. Hello, and yes, my character does have Thorn in his name. So I'm playing Dendron Briar Hawthorne. He is an Arborian. If you want to hear more of me, I'm a solo actual play podcaster, interviewer, all that stuff. You can find me on the internet doing nerd stuff. We're all nerds and weird here, which is why, like you said, we all get along. But so my character is the the one doing the heavy lifting for Felly over here. We've all been traveling together sometime, but yeah, my character is an Arborian, which is a tree person, and I'm the big defender, kind of. There's another big guy in the group. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the other big guy is a little more of the offense. I'm maybe a little more of the defense. So yeah, tree person, and my themes for the game are fire and growth, which may seem backwards for a tree person, but maybe we'll find out why.
And if you want to get introduced to Starforged, the solo RPG, I would recommend Rennie Plays Games. Or if you want something that's more cozy, I absolutely love Koriko Magical Year. It's a great series that people should check out. So, Barney, you're up.
My name is Barney Smith, and I am also kind of like a nerd. My day job is that I own a radio station and a newspaper. It's a lot less glamorous than it sounds. And I am, just to show how much of a nerd, like I'm wearing a He-Man t-shirt. So first of all, and I'm in the process of, my daughter, before we started, gave me her Pikachu that she has cat hair on it, and she's freaking out over it. So I have tweezers as we're talking, and I'm picking out cat hair off. This thing just like cat hair grabs to it. I don't understand at all. I don't know if it's the cat or if it's the Pikachu, but one of them just loves cat hair. And I also have 3 podcasts that I do. One's called Story Comic Presents. My website's called storycomic.com, where I interview amazing storytellers and artists. And I do also interview authors and game designers and also independent comic book folks. And I also have I also have a podcast that is called We Make Children's Books, because children's books are incredibly amazing. And the more I learn about it, the more I'm in awe by people that actually make children's books. And that's about me in a nutshell. My character, his name is Quindle, and it is a yet unspecified squirrel, anthropomorphic squirrel species. And I am my character loves collecting knowledge, believes that knowledge should be freely given and freely accessed. And so I am able to perceive places pretty well, and I also find that locked buildings or locked doors or anything that actually prevents people from going to places is a very limited barrier for me. I can go through any of that stuff, and that's about it, I guess. Did I miss anything, Clark?
Themes.
Oh yes, my theme is party. No, is I don't know what I'm talking about. Versatile. I want to do the devil's son. I think I don't know what I want. I just want peace. Yay! All right. Versatility and analysis are my themes.
Excellent, Ian.
Interesting. I don't think I caught that last time. That's awesome.
I'm Ian Woodworth. I am one of the co-hosts of the podcast Under Common Taste. We are a homebrew TTRPG podcast. I am also a TTRPG editor. I am the editor of the Emmy-nominated Action 12 Cinnabon by Michael Ross. That was nominated in 2024. And yeah, I tried. My character is Lodestone. Lodestone is a Silicari, which is an animate stone person. And he walks around with a giant maul and he smashes things, and he's good at smashing things. And his themes are resilience and gravity.
Indeed. So at this point, I'm still not sure if this is going to be a new part or just a continuation. So this will be a reminder for us as much as anything. You guys were, and there were some things that I forgot to do because I fell into standard GM mode and forgot that I was trying to replicate a LitRPG thing. One thing that I do want to bring up is when you, rolling back a little bit, when you guys slept in Titan Crest, you woke up in the morning and each of you were faced with a prompt that said, would you like to set Titan Crest as your new spawn point? Yes or no?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I'm going to assume you guys said
Yes.
yes, unless anybody wants to keep no and respond back to wherever they were before. The other thing that did happen is when you were talking with Neb, you did get a quest prompt that appeared that was find Catrice. And Neb has come to you seeking help uncovering the disposition of his master Catrice, and if she has passed or something has happened to her, request that you retrieve the will. And rewards include 100 bits and some services from Neb. And you did not actually get a quest modification when you talked to Nakimra. So you guys had set out to find Catrice. You started a skill challenge. Quindle had done some searching. You ended up at a cliff face where Felly had used one of his abilities to find some rope that you needed. Lodestone ran up the surface of the cliff, threw it down, and Dendron climbed halfway up, used an ability to anchor himself to the rock and spread out into a shelf for the others. And Felly was making it partway up when a strange creature came swinging along the surface of the cliff towards Felly and Dendron.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
I believe you described it as a boar/chimpanzee. Is that correct?
Similar, yes. That's kind of what it made you think of. It has boar-like features, very boar body, except the limbs are more elongated and chimpanzee-like than you would expect, allowing it to swing.
It's a legally distinct mane.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
It's legally distinct.
Completely distinct. Does Mickey have a forehead? I thought he was just like...
It's a pig monkey.
He's got like a pig nose, perhaps. This is more distinct.
It's literally a pig monkey.
This is a chimp. This is a chimpig.
We're gonna stop talking about it now because the more we talk about it, the more the algorithm is gonna be like, they're clearly talking about.
No, and that's not how I imagined it. I imagined it much more like feral hog, with arms. Which is
does this hog thing have thumbs?
Oh no,
you can't tell.
Okay, all right.
But the first
that's what Felly's immediately thinking is, oh man, if I got thumbs to contend with. Okay.
And Lodestone is currently unaware of this because he's scanning everything at the top. He's got his back to the cliff. He's looking out into what's in front of him because he's the only one up here, and he doesn't want to be caught off guard and pushed over the cliff.
Sure. Yes. In fact, what I'm going to need from everybody is a initiative roll, which is just going to be your precision. If anybody has a weapon that is listed as swift, you can roll with advantage.
Oh,
couldn't be me.
Precision.
Oh no.
I've got a dagger.
Yes. So daggers are swift, so you will roll with advantage.
Okay.
So I'm presuming that we're sensing like aggression by this thing.
So that's the next thing that I want. Is after I have initiative, I'm going to get some. I think we did rolls before.
Clark, I left my dice bag in the other room. Can I go grab it real quick? I'm so sorry.
Now that Aaron has his dice, did anybody get above a 20?
I barely didn't. I got a 14 plus 5 for 19.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm glad someone did. I also have a total of 7 because I had advantage. So.
Oh wow. I got a
anybody
6,
have 15 to 20 besides Ian?
Nope, the rest of us are way down there.
10 to 15.
That's okay. I'll do it all
5
myself.
to 10.
Yeah.
6.
Oh yeah, I got a 7. Yeah, 5 to 10. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 7.
I'm currently stuck to a rock wall in my defense. I don't know what you two are doing, but
In Hawthorne's in defense of Hawthorne, he is adhered to the cliff.
right, I'm rooted to some stone right now. So
I'm just enthralled. I'm just enthralled by the boar pain bee, I guess.
So that is going to be the initiative. The other thing that I would like you guys to do is give me either, depending on what you think fits based on what you're doing, give me either a presence or a precision. A presence, precision, or attunement roll.
Okay.
All right, I think
Let me know if you get above a...
That's got to be presence precision, because that's still my highest.
Nice.
Is anything? Is there anything we know about this where a skill might be relevant, or just this is raw?
Unless it's going to make a difference between you getting a 32. I think we're just going to move.
No,
I'm not. There's no way.
Yeah, it's
a presence of 11.
It got an 18 and then got some exploding attribute dice.
oh geez.
Wow. Yeah.
We're gonna amend.
Without a skill applied, I've got 19.
Okay.
I got 16.
Yeah,
We're gonna amend what I said before because I'm pretty sure I said Quindle spotted it swinging, and you will spot it, but just as it is coming in range of Felly. It's just you see something moving and you don't really register. You're very focused on Felly. It's gonna get a surprise round.
Oh, Felly, I'm so sorry. This is my job.
So, and this is where, well, I'll cover that once we get rolling. Because now that we're in combat, we're going to get to see some of the things that are more unique with the system that I set up. And some of it doesn't all carry over because I hacked it to make it simple enough for TTRPG. Well, okay.
not good when they laugh.
Only one of us is rolling well, and unfortunately, it's the GM.
What?
We're about to get it.
What is your guard, Aaron?
Okay, my god. Let's see.
Oh my god.
12.
12. Okay.
But I do have that skill of avoidance or dodging.
Okay, you might need it. It rolled a 27. So currently, the way it works here is when attacks and stuff are made, the amount of damage is determined by how much they exceed the defense. So right now, it's looking at hitting you for 15 points of damage.
Ow.
Plus, it's going to get to apply some other stuff because that is a critical strike. When something like this happens, you guys can take an interrupt action. This is something that is from Open Legend that I really like. Basically, you are sacrificing your major action for the next turn in order to take it right now. And if you choose, that can be a defend action where you get to roll an ability and try and mitigate the damage. Hope maybe you can beat a 27, at which point it doesn't hit you at all. But if you roll higher than a 12, that will decrease the amount of damage that is dealt to you.
Not to be teacher's pet here. Can we do that on surprise rounds? Because none of us saw this coming.
You can. Interrupt actions are designed to be a thing of like when stuff is going wrong, giving you a chance to respond. So stuff doesn't just happen without you having any kind of action. Because I know for me as a player, that is very frustrating when it's just like, this has happened, no recourse, boom, it's over.
Yeah.
I really like interrupt actions. So this creature comes swinging along the cliff face rapidly, and Feli, you see a blur of motion, and you look up just as this creature comes barreling towards you, swinging at you with these long arms.
Oof. Okay, so strategizing here. Do I have the ability to interrupt, even though I'm the one being attacked?
Anybody can do an interrupt action.
Okay. Can an interrupt be something like using one of our magic abilities, of the two abilities that we've got?
It can. What do you have in mind?
Well, I'm not sure how this works temporally, but dim their light, inflict demoralize. Not all light is physical. You're able to reach into people and dampen the light in their souls. While suffering this bane, the target gains disadvantage 1 on all action rolls. Now, he might have already rolled, so this might not be possible. How this works?
No, I still have my dice here, and I know what they were, so I'm actually going to let that happen because I think that is very interesting.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you are going to roll, because this is magic, right? It's using bond points.
Yes, yeah, 3 bond points.
So then you are going to roll using force.
Okay, that's good for me.
You were going to roll using force to see if you can afflict this creature with that.
Great, yeah. I've got a 4 in force, so this is a D10 for me. So D20 and D10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, we have 18 plus 6. We've got 24.
24.
Oh, no.
Nice. That is definitely going to do it. And
Did
what
we lost Clark?
that does, so it has disadvantage 1, which means it loses its highest die and has to roll the 3rd, which means it loses its exploding 6, which is potentially very good for you.
Okay.
And it rolls a 1 instead. So instead of it being 27, it is. No, that's not right. Hang on. Oh, that got bumped. Okay. It is 20.
Hey,
so
all right.
that decreases it down from 27 to a 20. Unfortunately, that means you're not going to be able to take the defend action to try and increase your defense against that.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody else who sees this can also attempt to make an interrupt action if you want, or we can just proceed to damage because however we want to do that.
Yeah.
My actions aren't going to be able to affect him because they affect me.
Okay.
Can I, as an interrupt, can I extend my living bulwark to like block him a little bit?
Yes. So you can make a defend action to try and interpose yourself in the because since Feli is standing on you, he's in range for you to try and do that, I think. If he was out of range, since you're locked in place, you wouldn't be able to do that. But where he's at, so this will be strength.
Oh, that's great for me. That's
Nice.
one of my own. That's my only 4. So here we go. All right,
Three is
D20
strong.
plus D10 to block this guy with the extension of my bulwark. I just continue to extend my my roots and everything else that's growing out of me. And I got a finally good roll. That's a 19 plus 3
Oh.
for 22.
Oh, yeah.
2.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, the damage there is nope, because we decreased it to a 20 with dim the lights, and then you interpose the block. So I would like the two of you to describe what this looks like. What does dim their light look like, and then how does Dendron block this incoming attack?
So Feli does not have time to really interpret what the hell is happening, but has, again, a very built-in self-protection response of just like, so this radiance, this glowing, beautiful, beautiful being just turns and sees this blur coming at him, meaning harm, he presumes. And he's not mad, he's not scared, he's just disappointed. And you can just see the being, this blur, rethink its life, rethink its actions. Am I the kind of Piganzi to do this? To strike someone who's holding a rope, can't even defend themselves, and you just watch this withering as if I kind of sucked away some of its light.
Okay. Anybody, any spectator that was able to see this at a distance could see some of the fervor and anger and fixation that is in the, what was it, pig pansy? and its eyes dim slightly. But it does still continue to swing, and Dendron.
Yeah, feeling my friend Feli react this way, and the dimness is enough for me to perceive it. Even, presumably my Arborean body has eyes and I perceive, but light and darkness is really big. Obviously for trees, any plant will grow towards light. This immediate kind of like darkness is probably something that Feli and I have like coordinated before. So I catch the movement. I see that momentary not pause, but just like the stutter that may be from the disappointment of Feli, and my roots just kind of entwine really fast, and it's almost like a door just being like shut in this thing's face as it just like hits. Just hits the wall I put up instead.
And that is the surprise round, which is going to bring us to the top of the order, which is milestone. So you just saw this thing swing across, and the light around it kind of dims, and Dendron does his thing. It's your go. And
Lodestone saw none of it. Lodestone heard it bounce off of Dendron. and then he turns around, and I'm assuming that the creature is making some, squawking, chittering, pig monkey noises.
It's doing some grunting, yeah.
Yeah. And so he's just going to ease the maul off of his back. He's like, I just got up here. And he's going to step off the cliff and try to catch this thing with his hammer on the way down.
Okay, are you trying to land on Hawthorne?
No.
You don't know Hawthorne is even there. Okay.
Oh, I know he's there. My goal is to peel this thing off of Hawthorne with my hammer and take it with me to the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack. I think this is definitely going to be with advantage.
Okay, and so I'm re-rolling the 10 on that?
So the 10, you roll a second 10, and you drop the lowest and keep the highest.
Okie dokie. All right, that is a 10 plus 8, 18.
That will do it. So your goal was to drag it to the ground, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what
and
that
if,
is
and
is
if I have to, I will use either the knockdown or force move on my maul instead of damage if that is what it requires.
either of those will work. And I believe I can double check my notes, but when you have that, you get advantage to inflict that anyway, but it was sufficient. So, yeah, Lodestone just unsheathes it and then just steps off the cliff. And Dendron, you block this creature's attack, and then just a blur
Yeah.
and a wheel
This
by
whoosh.
as it gets ripped down and hauled down to her face. And yeah, I think for the sake of it, we'll say that you guys make it to the bottom. The creature's gonna be trying to do stuff before you hit the bottom. Actually, yeah, it's its turn, so it's gonna go and see what it can do. It is going to try and it's going to try and travel onto the cliff. Are you holding onto it, or did you just swat it?
It is caught on the head of my maul.
Okay.
It is literally my maul and gravity. That is all that is holding on to this thing.
I would love to say that this is a strength roll, but I don't think so. I think this is going to be a precision roll for it. This is like reflective grabbing and scrambling. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. So it is going to be carried the rest of the way down. Were you, by chance, doing anything to minimize fall damage?
Only if it doesn't also transfer to this thing.
No, it would just be you.
Then yes, I am going to use my slingshot ability to ignore the effects of gravity for 20 feet, which will negate half of my fall damage.
Yes. Okay, so you are both going to take the same amount of damage because it was about halfway up when you hit it, so it is also taking 20 feet of fall damage. And yeah, here's what fours. Because okay.
Oh, and keep in mind, I think dim their light keeps working as, or is
Yes.
it? Yeah. Okay.
It hasn't reached the end of its turn yet. It's going to try and resist the effect. But what happens now is both of you take 5 points of damage. Now, this is an interesting one where because of how fall damage works, that's going to be much harder for you to negate with poise.
I am perfectly fine with taking 5 points of health damage if it means that I have carried this thing to the ground.
Yes, and I think that is what happens. You take 5 points to your health pool. So, and the way this works, I think we got to cover
That
it
works.
a little bit before. You guys have 4 separate resource pools. You have your health pool, then poise, wit, and bond points. And those are resources you have for your general wellness in a variety of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the situation, you can use poise to negate physical damage that's incoming. Your poise, wit, and bond points recover rather quickly. Your health recovers much more slowly. So taking damage to that is a bigger problem. But you both crash into the ground. The creature is going to squeal feebly, but it is going to gather its internal reserves and try and resist the bane that Felly has inflicted upon it. And while I'm doing this, Ian, if you could give me a logic or precision roll, your choice.
All right, that will be precision.
It does not resist.
Ooh, it does not resist.
That is a 17 plus 2, 19 on precision.
19 on precision. So what you notice is as you smack it to the ground and it lands beside you and you hit with stone jarring force, that it seems rather emaciated. Like you can see the ribs and stuff, like it's muscular, but it seems rather gaunt.
Oh.
And 19, huh? Not quite enough. That is what you get from this. So that is the creature's turn. It tried to do a reaction and it failed. Aaron, you are up. You currently, or Felly is up. You only have your move action. at this point.
Okay, got it. All I could do is move. Can I try and make it so it would the bottom from the top to the bottom is 40-ish feet?
20. You're about halfway up.
No, but if I were to go up, then it would
Yes.
be 40. Yeah. Could I try and make it to the top?
Yeah, you can try. So you'll be able to make it up about 15 feet in a single round.
Okay.
So you
okay,
won't quite be to the top, but you can.
All right, I'll do
go.
that then.
Okay.
Yeah. I
And
gotta get off this rope.
Okay, and that brings us to Quindle, and Dendron is on deck.
So usually every time that the four of us are together, in the direct battles, that's really not my expertise. What I like to do is kind of like get a bigger picture of things. So once this happened, I know these guys are going to be fine. I'm crawling all the way up to the top and just being able to see if there's any more of these guys that are like actually like barreling towards us. And this is just like the first one.
Okay. Give me So with your standard move, if you use your major action and your move action to dash, you'll get about 30 feet up. You can try and push if you want to give me a climbing or acrobatics roll, but
Okay.
there is a risk of bad stuff happening if you fail.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking at with my skills because I do have acrobatics as a skill, and I do have one of my skills is rolling always 20s on acrobatics. That was one of my skills I picked up.
Just so loud. Anyway.
It takes 15 bond points.
Yeah, so I will. I'm gonna push it because that would be through precision anyway, right? Through acrobatics.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's one of my 4s anyway. So, all right, I'm gonna do it. I mean, what are the odds that I'm gonna roll a 1 and get on 20, right? Okay, 14 and a 3, so that's a 17.
Okay, yeah, that is enough. And if you could also give me a knowledge or logic roll to see basically you scanning the area to pick the areas that if there are more coming where they would be most likely to come from.
So can I use my perception surge for that then?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right, let me do that.
And if you could read the description for that real quick.
It is this ability. This ability allows the character to expend a wit to enhance their senses and intuition temporarily. This boost amplifies their perception, enabling them to detect subtle details or hidden threats. It is an effective tool for gaining a sensory. Where is it? Sensory advantage, whether in a calm or high stress situations.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure you subtract the listed wit points for each turn you keep this active.
Okay. All right, so I got
yes. Subtract that for now. Go ahead and make your roll with advantage, and then Dendron, you'll be able to remember you just have a move action because you did the interrupt.
And with advantage means I rolled 2 10s, right? And I picked the highest.
Yes. Okay. And actually, I think if I'm remembering this right, an interrupt action is supposed to be a full thing, which takes your full turn, but whatever. We'll just roll with it.
All right, so I got a 19 on my 20-sided, and I got an 8 on my 10-sided.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Doing a scan around, you see nothing else. You do not see any more of these boar creatures coming. You pick up that the environment has gone rather still, and you're confident that if there were others, you would hear them. Like a lot of the nearby birds have stopped. You can see stuff moving around in the distance, but things nearby know stuff is happening, and you're not picking up any other motion than what you guys are doing. So that is your turn. You managed to make it all the way to the top of the cliff, leaving Lodestone at the bottom with the pig pansy. Chimp swine? Dendron, you are up. And
Yeah.
Lodestone is on deck.
Yeah, and depending on how you want to rule this, I don't think Dendron was planning on moving, to be honest.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think that I'll just kind of hold firm and block the way, so that way, in case this thing is incredibly fast, I can just protect Felly.
Perfect.
Nice.
Then Lodestone, you are up.
Lodestone is just having the time of his life. he is so in the zone right now.
Cannonball!
And so after his 3-point landing and the small crater that he left, and then the smaller crater under the mall head with this creature, he is going to push himself up to his feet, and then he is going to go and, like driving in a railroad spike, he is just going to overhand and try and smash this thing into the ground.
Perfect.
So that will be. Ooh, that is probably not going to do it. That is a 5 + 3, 8.
No. It is
Yeah.
scrambling and flailing, and you just miss it completely as it starts moving into the ground.
When the maul head comes up for the swing, it's still kind of attached to it, and it sort of slings it off. It's like, where did it go?
Which
And it takes him a minute to re-hone in on where it is.
which you are going to find out in just a moment. Maybe. What is your guard?
My guard is currently 16.
All right. You find out where it is a moment later as it lands on your back and is clawing and hissing and knocking its tusks into you.
Would
but
a
really.
guard of 20 help me?
it doesn't hurt you.
Okay.
Like, you feel it, but you're just like, oh, there it is. And Felly, you're that's it. It's trying to claw at you, but it is being ineffective.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Felly, you
Okay.
are up, and
Okay.
Quindle is on deck.
Can I? So I'm hoping I can make it the remaining 5 feet pretty easily, and then do some other kind of action and like a
Yes.
non-move. Okay. Okay. So, oh man, this is more physical work than I'm used to doing. But I climb up the rest of the rope, so that I can look down on this, what's going on from up top. So I see this skirmish. I see both of them fail to harm each other. Okay, can we speak to each other as a free action, or
You can
I'm
shout
not-
down as long as
Okay.
it's a rather short sentence. If you're wanting quick warnings, yes. If you're wanting it to be like a full-on sentence with instructions and stuff like that, that takes time.
Okay, another idea. Now, how does my just what I needed fortune work? It says you have a knack for finding exactly what you need when you need it. This ability can be used to conjure a small, non-living object you wish. Penalty to your bond points exists as long as you keep the item. Cannot be used to generate magical or unique, etc. What if I were to say, look around for what this creature wanted? But if I don't know that, but it is what I wish to have what this creature wants, is there the possibility of finding that? I don't know.
Basically, what would happen is Felly would find what he thinks it wants.
Okay.
Whether it's actually what it wants or not, you'll have to try and find out.
Okay. Let's try that. Let's try it.
So, how many bond points do you have total?
So I have 24 total. I get -10 for the rope while I'm keeping it. -10 max. I could argue that technically I'm no longer keeping the rope.
It's there.
I'm not on it. I'm not using it. It's not my rope. I don't know
As
whose
long-
rope this is.
As long as we're in the scene where the rope is in play, that ability is
Got it.
probably
So then it should have cost, I think, 3 bond points for Dem Their Light,
Mhm.
which means that I would have just enough. I would have 11, I think, remaining.
Okay. Then go ahead and do it. Give me a force roll.
Okay.
And if
Alright.
you have any skills around any of this stuff, feel free to apply. I don't know if you have
Let's see.
operation.
No, I've got performance, and avoidance and smooth talking.
Doesn't sound like it.
I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So we get 14 plus 6, so we get a total of 20.
Total of 20. And if you could also give me a precision roll.
Got it. Okay.
Or logic.
Precision or logic. I'll go with precision, it's slightly better. Okay. We also get 20 total, 17 plus 3.
Okay. So, what you see is that it seems to be trying to not hurt Lodestone so much as get a grip and grapple Lodestone. The other thing that you're going to notice with your high precision and your connection to light is with your ability in play. I mentioned there being kind of like a fervor in its eyes.
Yeah.
They seem to be actually glowing and dimming and glowing.
Ooh.
And you might be seeing like wisps of light around its face. It's really hard to tell in daylight at a distance.
Mhm.
Anybody else at 20 wouldn't have been enough. But that's kind of what you see. So with that, what does Feli think that it wants?
Okay. It's got a fervor. It doesn't seem to be trying to hurt the rock. So there seems to be kind of intermittent light appearing around it. Is that right? Is that what around its eyes? Is that what I'm hearing?
What you've been able to determine, yeah.
Light appearing. Well, okay, so this, I might be mistaken, but this makes me think that it's either under some manner of spell or alchemy or something, or like it's trying to acquire us, but it seemed to be swinging at me, or it is starving, and because again, you know, I'm trying to separate this from what Aaron knows, that the creature is starving, but this is the very basic thought that I have, is that, well, like it's fervor, it's desperate, it's a monkey, what the hell else could it want? So I'm gonna presume that like what I need is like, which is what I was thinking anyway, is that like I need a big piece of fruit or something. I need a big fruit to throw at it, or something. So yeah, I think that's gonna be Feli's guess.
Okay. And hopefully what I'm doing with the audio stuff on the side is not going to screw over future Clark. Because as a side thing, I just realized that I have to pay attention to the noise spikes in multiple places, not just one. So here we go. Extra exciting things I get for trying to do the best I can. I do think looking around you, so you can't, it's inorganic stuff that you can get with that ability is like,
yeah, I think it says non-living.
Non-living.
So it could have been recently alive.
I think I think in this case, it will stretch to the point where you do find something that seems like it would be food, but clearly not food that any of you would want.
Yeah.
And I think what you see is potentially there's some smell of some rotting compost or something nearby, and you find what looks to be maybe a melon kind of thing that is on it's past where you would want to eat it, but you do find it.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
So
do I have the ability to throw it down on this turn? I've used, I guess, 5 of my 5 feet of rope climbing.
Is your ability listed as a free action or anything like that?
It doesn't. In my notation, it doesn't state. It just says bond points while sustained, genesis / conjuration, small items. No details. So
okay. So then that would be a major action. You spent your turn finding this thing.
Okay, got it. Yep.
So that brings us up to Quindle, and Dendron is on deck.
I just so I see that things are seemingly like tension seems to be not increasing as I'm watching what's happening down at the bottom of the cliff, basically.
Not decreasing, but Lodestone doesn't seem hurt or worried, and you see
Okay.
Felly scrounging around for stuff because you were up at the top of the cliff with Felly.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I have
So-
a rotting melon.
And so with that, with my perception, is that still active? Am I still with my perception surge, being able to determine what the situation is now with the boar pansy?
If you would like to keep it active, it remains active. You just pay the cost again,
Okay. All right.
which I think I have it set where it's like 1 wit per turn or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it says 3 wit and 1 turn after, so it'll last for 2 turns.
No,
Right.
so it's a 3 wit for the initial action.
Okay, and then
it is
one
1
after
wit
the
per
turn.
after.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes, it can still be active and you can still use it.
Okay, so I sense that this creature is just like incredibly like hungry then.
Your ability is still active. You will need to give me another logic roll or something. If you are trying to determine what it's after, I'm going to need a roll for that. But your ability is still active, so you still get advantage on those kinds of things.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let me do that then. All right. So this would be a knowledge roll, right?
Knowledge or logic?
Okay. Knowledge is better. All right. Because I have my bag. I have some nuts in my bag anyway. My satchel of odds and ends. So I rolled a 12. Is this what's the word? Is this considered like I can roll 2 10s on this?
Yes. Yeah,
All right.
perception surge would apply because basically you are rapidly thinking through options. That makes sense to me anyway.
Okay,
People
so I
in
got a
comments
12 on
may
the
argue, but
20 sided and I got a 7, so I got a 19.
A 19 total for knowledge. Okay. It was a it was a throwaway comment that you made before, but you have heard of these things before. You may have actually seen one of these things before. And this level of aggression is not normal. That's all you're able to get, is this level of aggression from this type of creature is not normal.
So, but with things Felly like finding rotted piece of fruit like presenting, does that connect for me?
In terms of what Felly's trying to do, I think
Yeah.
you would probably that is your call, whether Quindle would be able to piece that together or not, or whether you're just like, now is not the time for food, Felly. Like that's your call.
Well, I'm gonna like go towards it. I'm just gonna grab some acorns in my bag anyway and see if that's just in preparation to see if that's the direction that seems to be going with the situation.
You are at the top of the cliff, and it is down at the base of the cliff, 40 feet.
Oh, I thought he was up with me. No, never mind. Okay, all right.
No, it is down at the
Oh.
bottom.
I just
Lodestone spotted that
that's right.
fucker off the
I
side
thought
of the
he
cliff.
was, but then the way you described him made it sound like I was. Then what I'm gonna do is this is like, I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna just like perch down. I don't like sit, but I squat. I squat down and didn't open up my satchel and just eat my acorns, just watching the situation.
I was just gonna make the joke that it's like popcorn. You're just like,
Yeah.
let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Just looks over to Felly. I love watching them work. All right. Dendron, you are up, and Lodestone is on deck.
Sure.
Oh, also real quick too, Clark. I'm just gonna yell. There's no more. Like I'm just gonna like let them know that there's nothing else coming through here.
Okay.
This is the only
There's
one.
only the one. You got this. I believe in you.
So this may be ill-advised, especially given the way you were talking about how it's not trying to hurt Lodestone, just maybe grapple Lodestone. But I like playing kind of foolish. So I think that you kind of see the roots retract from Dendron as he lets go of the stone, the face of the cliff here, knowing that Felly and Quindle are at the top. It kind of just does this, and then I think to, I don't know, I imagine it's more interesting if it almost looks like Dendron is like climbing back down, and like as all of the roots and things that have grown out of him are retracting, he's kind of crawling down, but then they don't exactly all go away, and I don't know how you want to rule this, I would think I could just like bonk this thing on the back of the head, but I also kind of think it'd be interesting to just maybe like grab it with my roots, right? And just kind of just hold it.
Okay. Okay. So, what you can do, because you are about 20 feet up.
Yeah.
Your move will get you 15 feet down.
Okay.
If you want to just drop and do a superhero landing, like Milestone did, you can then attempt to. So you will have to drop your bulwark ability.
Yes.
Which is a free action. But you will have to drop. Okay. This is a little weird playing loose with the rules, but I love this. So it's going to take you a full action. So what you have to do is you have to drop and take the full damage. You will then do a grapple roll, and you can then re-invoke the bulwark ability, at which point you will pin it with you if you are successful.
Yeah, that works. I was going to say, I also have a skill that I just put as root, and I think that was kind of like a grapple concept.
I think that would apply here for sure.
Okay.
Oh, ow. Okay.
It hurts to fall.
How much health do you have?
15.
You take 10 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay.
It was 2d4. They both exploded.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
Fortunately, it was 4-4-1-1. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll spend another. Would this just be the base 3 bond points and poise to reestablish in a grapple?
First, go ahead and do your grapple attack, which is going to be strength, but you can add your root.
Okay. So and that's just a flat +2. Okay. That's good. That is a 12 + 9 + 2 for a 23.
Oh yeah. So you land right next to Lodestone, and you grab the thing, wrap it in your arms. Which actually, I'll let you describe it. I shouldn't be.
I imagine. I was thinking more like if Lodestone's on one side, if I could land on the other, so we're on either side of it, and then I would just like
it's scrabbling up my back.
Oh, okay, well, in that case, I just kind of like grab it from the back and just pull it back, like just in a tangle of branches and stems and everything like that, and I'm just kind of like caging it in growth of my arboreal body.
Yes, as roots and branches and pine needles wind their way into the ground and along the cliff face, similar to you had before. So it is immobilized. And Lodestone, it is your turn.
So Lodestone was getting ready to drop shoulder and juggernaut this thing into the cliff face.
Sorry.
And suddenly it's not on him anymore. So he's gonna turn around and he's gonna see that he heard Hawthorne drop. He was a little bit preoccupied. He didn't see Hawthorne drop, but he heard this, if a tree falls in the woods, yes, you do actually hear it.
I heard it. It happened.
With a loud thunk.
Yeah.
With much creaking and crackling and breaking of limbs. And so Lodestone is going to take a moment and get a real good look at this thing. Because he didn't really get a really good look at it initially, as he just came down and picked it off the side of the cliff.
Okay. This is going to be a... What are you trying to glean?
I'm trying to glean what it is and why it attacked us. If that is too big, then I want to know its motives. I want to know why it's attacking us specifically.
Okay. This is either going to be... Let me think here. I think this is a composure roll.
Okay.
With advantage.
Okay.
Because of the... Actually, we'll say with advantage 2.
Okay.
So you roll 2 extra dice and drop the 2 lowest.
Well, one of them just exploded.
Okay.
Which is good because there was a 9 on the d20 and then 8 plus 6, 14 for a total of 23.
23. Okay. So this is tricky because this was you trying to say you wanted its motives, right? That's why I had you do like.
Why is it
social.
attacking us? Yes.
As you are watching it scramble within the confines of Dendron's roots, branches, and needles, it is still trying to claw its way to you. And with all of this, you quickly get the feeling that it wants
to eat rocks.
It's not
lodestone's popular.
You have you get. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. It wants to reach you. It is looking for a person. It started with Feli, and then you were the next closest target. I don't know that it registers. Actually, yeah. Let me see. This is going to be straight.
Don't worry about me. No, don't turn it around. I'm good.
It does not. It does not register. It doesn't know what to make of Dendron.
Okay.
But it does not register Dendron as a creature. It is trying to get to another creature of some kind, and you are just what happened to be closest.
Then I am going to step as close to this wooden cage that Dendron has made, and I am going to make eye contact with it, and I'm going to say, "Stop.
Okay.
Behave."
That's going to be a presence roll.
A presence roll? Can I use my 1 rank in intimidation on this?
You can. For reasons you don't know, this is going to be a disadvantage, though.
Okay. So it said presence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Hopefully I get another 8 so that explodes again. Nope. So that would be a 17 plus 1, 18.
Okay. It is the creature's turn. And it stops. It does. You step forward and the body stills. And then the porcine mouth opens. And you very clearly, which you didn't notice before, but it is glowing from within. There is a glow coming from within its throat. And a...
Is it firing its lasers?
It's not firing. It's not a fire in its claw. No, it's not. Pardon me 1 second. We're going to have to pause here because Seamus might need to go potty. Can you go potty, buddy? I'll be right back, guys. Okay, this is something where I think, need to apologize because when we did the safety rules, I said I didn't anticipate anything that would cross any lines. I forgot that this is me going off of the baseline of me, who I am, and the stuff that I put in my stories. Was there going to be any kind of like sexual assault or any sort of like really gray area stuff like that? No. Was there going to be body horror? Inevitably. So what happens is the porcine mouth opens and there is a glow coming from within. And from where you are, Lodestone, you see very clearly as this insectoid form comes scrambling out of the esophagus, the throat bulging as it does so, and then launches itself through the gaps in Dendron right at your face.
Okay.
Sorry, bud.
Okay, well, unless your guard is less than a 10.
It is not.
Yeah. So it comes scrambling at right at your face, but you have no problem ducking to the side as this glowing bug hurls itself between the branches of Dendron. And Feli, you are up, and Quindle is on deck.
Gross.
Okay, so Feli has this rotting melon. This is in an emergency. He's going to be very, very helpful. He remembers the exact position of the pig panzee a moment ago, So there's no reason really to re-aim. So he runs over to the edge, prepares, and tosses the melon down, aiming for... I'm not sure. What does he see? How much can I see from up here?
With the timing you've got, you see a globe of light that is flying from the midst of what you know to be Dendron, straight at Lodestone. And he ducks to the side and it sails past. And that's what you see when it is your
Okay.
turn.
I toss the melon at the shiny light.
Do it. This is going to be
What a crazy called shot, you know?
And if he misses, that is because he noticed all of these things after he let go.
Yes.
This is going to be a precision roll with disadvantage 2.
Oh God.
Because of the distance, like you're 40 feet up, and it's a small target.
Yep. Okay. Disadvantage 2, so I am rolling 3d6 and taking the worst. Okay. All right.
You got this one.
Hey, okay. 19 plus, I've got 4, 4, 4. So it's a 4 one way or another. 23.
Wow. Okay. Very nice. 23. Okay. So that would be 8 points of damage. We're gonna keep it at 8 points of damage because it's a whole melon against a bug. But this is the point where it is going to use its poise to zip out of the way. So this is a weird thing where, yes, you dealt damage, but you ended up damaging its poise. It's still a resource that's going down. And so, yeah, nice. And you did not hit Lodestone, though some not quite rank, but we'll say fermenting melon does splatter across Lodestone's back. And Quindle, you are up, and Dendron is on deck.
So I've witnessed all this with my keen eyesight. Do I know with my travels on this, since I know what species that this boar pansy, what are we calling it? That sounds like a boar pansy. Hey, little. Do I have any inkling on what I think this? I'm probably too far away to see it as a bug, but I saw a glowing light come out.
This is going to be something that is going to take your main action if you want to do that. Because this is going to be something that is, I will tell you now, it's going to be sitting down and thinking through because this is very. This is something that is detailed enough that's going to be a main action if you want to do that.
Okay. So what I'll do then, I guess, as I can see that things are settled down a bit, what I'm going to do, not to separate myself completely from the scene, I'm going to mosey and see the direction of where this boar pansy came from on top, and not go too far away because I want to make sure I'm staying there because I can't fight. Really, I can run. I'm really good at running away and really good at unlocking things, just to see where the direction of where this thing came from, but still be within earshot of the rest of my friends.
Okay. Well, aside from your strange definition of things calming down, you were able to do that without an issue, and we will get back to that.
I love
an arm. All right, well, I see things.
I love Quindle just being like, nah, they still got this.
They're still good. And I'm just chewing on acorns, looking at, following the trail with my precisions of my acute sense of still peaked.
Okay, so Dendron, you are up.
What's going on with the body of the actual pig monkey?
It has gone limp for the moment. It is moving kind of fitfully.
Okay. So Interesting. I mean, the threat obviously being the bug is okay. Can I maintain my cage and with like another tree limb swat?
Yeah, I'll say yes. I think because it's like actively flying around lodestone, I think you'd have a chance to swat at it.
Okay. So this is a question that I'm not sure if it's. I assume it's fine, but for items, I didn't really choose weapons because I think that I typically use my tree limbs and like my ability to grow and change the form of my, arboreal body as my weapons. So I just have like I took large club that I'm just saying is a limb. Okay,
That's fine.
So I could swing that. Just try and hit this guy. And would that be with strength?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm still holding my probably most interesting abilities close to the chest, but for now I'm just gonna swing a limb at this guy. Two ones on
Oh no.
on a D20 and a D10. So
Okay.
do I just smack lodestone?
Not in any damaging way.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't like to punish people for that. Like,
No, that's fair. That's fair.
it's hard enough as it is. But yeah, you are swatting ineffectively at this thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that brings us to Lodestone's turn, and in classic form, combat is taking much longer than I anticipated.
Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. So Lodestone had this. I guess you said it was like a glowworm.
No, it seems to be some kind of flying insect. You didn't get the best look at it as it flew at your face.
Yeah, it flew past my face, and then as I duck out of the way as it flies over my head, and then I'm splattered by all of this wet, vile ichor.
Yeah,
and I'm fully expecting it to have transformed into something heinous, and I'm pleasantly surprised when I turn around and see that it's still just a glowing bug that is flying around. And so I am going to attempt to swat it out of the air.
Okay. You will be at disadvantage.
At disadvantage, okay. Oh, geez, that's bad. Yeah, because I also got a 1 and a 1 on disadvantage.
Oh boy. All right. Don't forget that you guys can do yes ands. Or we can move forward and it will be the bug turn.
I'm trying to swing at a firefly with a giant hammer.
That is the problem, yes.
That is the problem.
I've also wondered when the game master says, you could do something like when you feel really broke.
No, it's just because it's a non-standard mechanic. I like to remind people of it. Because another thing that you can do that I haven't talked about is you can do focus actions where you take your entire turn to do one action, which would give you one level of advantage if you want. You can try with 1 on your D20. I don't know if that will make a difference unless it explodes.
Yeah, I mean, my first roll was a 7, so it would have been an 8.
Okay.
It wouldn't have affected it.
Well, it is not doing any better than you are. It is buzzing around your head, trying to do something, but it is not faring any better. So, Felly, we are back to you. And
got any more melons up there?
Real quick before we pass on, because I just took my one action and I didn't do anything else.
Yes, sorry.
Now that I've gotten a good look at it, can I try to identify what in the hell it is?
Give me a knowledge. Just give me a knowledge roll.
Okay. That's better. That is a 16 plus 1, 17.
You're not sure what this is.
Okay.
You guys haven't been in Aeonia that long. So there's a lot of things that are new. You might have heard tales of something like this, but you can't remember any details.
Okay, fair enough.
So it takes its turn. It fails abysmally, even with it doing a focus action. Felly, you are up, and Quendel is on deck.
Okay. All right. So I would put forth that the melon is gone, that I did not keep the melon any longer, returning those 10 points.
So it still costs 10 points.
Oh, so got it. So it's both. So this says minus 10 max bond points while sustained, but it also just costs them.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't word that super clear.
No, that's okay. That makes sense.
Like the cost is 10, but the cost is decreasing your max because I didn't want you to decrease your max and then pay another 10.
Got it. Okay.
That's really what it is.
Okay, got it. Okay, so then bond points are a no-go. So I've got a dagger, which is a cheese knife, basically. What I use as a cheese knife. I could try throwing that? I mean, I'm gonna miss, but I'm not going down there.
You can also just hold your action or start climbing down, or if you and Quindle just want to pass until the combat is over, we can do that, and we can focus on Dendron and Lodestone.
Let me throw a cheese knife.
Throw a cheese
It
knife.
might work. It's gonna be all successes.
It's gonna be disadvantage 2 again.
I
you
want
can do it as a focus action if you want to get advantage 1.
I will. Yes.
So
does that? Okay.
So that will be a total of disadvantage 1 because disadvantage 2, advantage 1.
Yep.
How'd you do?
I haven't rolled yet. That was getting rid of the die.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Disadvantage 1. I've got a total of 2.
Yes.
2.
We're all just flailing around in the woods.
Just a butter knife right into the wood of Dendron.
Well, because there's a 2, so it bounces off.
Yeah.
Well,
it would be a 1.
It's like, there you go.
2-1.
There's the knife.
It's the lowest possible roll.
Handle first, just dunk.
Oh boy.
We're good at this.
Okay.
We're really good.
Okay.
Really good.
I am gonna have to remember this because this is definitely gonna come into play when you guys hit your milestone. So that means it is Quindle's turn.
Yeah, who's gonna get the theme option of fly swatter? Is gonna be like,
All right.
doing
I see this. I'm like, you know what? Felly is right on the money. I'm grabbing my acorns, like, leave my friends alone. I'm just like tossing, like chucking acorns from the top.
Same thing. It'll be disadvantage 2 if you do it as a focus action. That will bring it to disadvantage 1.
Oh, this is completely focused. I'm gonna nail this little sucker. All right, here we go. So it would be precision.
Yes.
Oh man, that's my high one too. This is great.
You've got this.
All right.
You've got
I
this.
got this. Here we go. 15 plus 6, so
21.
Wow.
With an acorn.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it's buzzing around, and Lodestone, I'm not going to put thoughts in it, but it's buzzing around, then all of a sudden, and it gets noticeably knocked, not completely out of the air, something just nails it, and it drops, and it does the little June bug thing, right, where it's sort of like staggering, and then it starts flipping around again. You got a solid hit on it. With
That's
your
amazing.
acorn.
That's a
Belly is just like, nice.
A Dendron, that is going to bring us to you.
The 2 pairs right
I
now.
love
This
Toad
is so great. This is so funny. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I should just swat it. This is a good roll for me, a D20 versus a D10. I feel like
It
I
is
should
a
just swap this thing.
disadvantage 1. If you do a focus action, it will be flat roll.
Okay, so focus action would cost me.
You're full time. You wouldn't get to move, but
yeah,
you're
that's
already
fine. I don't plan on
immobilized,
moving
so-
anyway. Yeah. All right. So negate the disadvantage and just roll D20 plus. Okay, here goes. Way better. 19 total.
19 total. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
Just smush it.
Okay.
For fun, can I smush it against Lodestone?
Do you want to do it against Lodestone, or the other thing that I'm thinking is it's buzzing around. Acorn, thunk. It hits the ground, and just as it starts lifting up,
Just smack right down. Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, that way I don't have to potentially get any kind of these nasty guts on lodestone. So yeah, just it starts to come back up.
I'm already covered in rotten melon. How much worse could it be?
Yeah, just smushed, flat.
Excellent. Then if I could find where did I?
Guys, we finally did it. We beat a bug.
Yes.
We are champions. The externals they talk about. You know?
The pig pansy is slowly coming to, but it just seems to be focused on. It's not attacking you. It just seems confused and scared.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you guys want to do. The bug is splatted. Yeah. And Quindle, when you're poking around up above, you do find a place it might have come from. But as best you can tell, it's just something that seemed to be in a mad rush. Yeah.
Lodestone is going to pick up one of the larger pieces of the melon that may have survived the fall and is going to tentatively try to hand it to the pig pansy and see if it is at all interested.
Give me a presence roll.
Presence roll. Okay.
And question, is
decent.
Pig Pansy's light still dimmed? If so, can I let that go?
Yes, you may let that go.
I will do that.
Not great. That's a 6 + 4, 10 total.
10. It nervously reaches out its long arm, and it has like these weird hooks, kind of. So not really fingers, but it reaches out and it snatches it and then just starts chewing at it. It doesn't seem to really realize that Dendron is alive any more than it did when the bug was in it.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm in a weird cage and I just got some food.
Is there any indication that this thing has more than just animal intelligence?
None.
Okay.
Should I just let it go?
I think we just let it go.
Yeah, but the cage just like kind of opens up, and I just kind of like point it up tree-like to another section of tree, and then it kind of climb out.
Okay. So you guys can now, the rope is still there. You can climb the cliff again. And we're back to our challenge, our
regularly
challenge.
scheduled programming.
Yeah.
So
I say...
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say... So I say, I really didn't think that melon was going to be very useful, but really the melon was the real MVP there. You're welcome.
Yes.
I don't know. I think that goes to the acorn.
I kind of like tilt my head and hold an acorn up to Felly.
And during all of this, so when we all get to the top, Lodestone is going to hold out to Quindle this smushed, covered in bug guts acorn. Just hand it back to him.
I pull my cheese knife from Dendron and pocket it.
Yeah, the knife that you were clearly letting him borrow is definitely what was happening. So you guys are still trying to find Catrice's place. How would you like to do that? Is there anything you would like to do to try and ease your way?
One last mechanics question real quick. How quickly do our resources replenish now that the fight is done?
I was going to ask that too.
Your wit, bond, and poise are going to replenish rather quickly with the level you guys are at. They should be back at full within about 15 minutes of leisurely walking.
Okay.
If you try and push it further than that, it will slow it down significantly. Your health is going to take some time of actually sitting and resting.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So it's safe to say that in these sort of role play moments that we're about to get into, our non-health resources will have replenished.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Excellent.
And you can get your 10 back from the rope as you guys leave it behind. Felly.
Nice. So can I say I have a little flute or something and use performance to try and ease our or I can sing a nice little ditty to ease our travels.
To keep people's morale up, basically?
Yeah.
Sure. That'll be a presence roll for sure.
All right.
Plus, you can add your
The-
skill ranks from performance.
Got it. So how does adding the skill ranks work again? So you...
It's
You
just a static bonus based on the rank of the skill.
Okay, fantastic. Okay.
The other thing that I do think is going to happen with all of this is as you guys finish scaling the cliff, you will all get a notification that tells you that you get +1 to the climbing skill. You have gained rank 1 in climbing, all of you.
Nice.
And Dendron, I think you gain another rank in root. Quindle gets a rank in throwing.
Cool.
Nice.
And
So,
Lodestone gets something. I'm trying to think of a word for it. So basically, I think it might be surprise attack. It might be a sneak attack.
Wow, nice. Dude, what a great character to get a sneak attack. Our enormous boulder, Salakari.
I think it qualifies.
It's so good, yeah.
It's either going to be sneak attack or it's some kind of like maneuvering thing of like how you toss it around.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
No, I
So
love that too.
If that melon was fermented, do I get a point in bartending?
no, but I do think you get a rank in search and in harvest.
Ooh.
See, this is like I love the concept of this game so much because like things like this where like you're doing it because you need to give you these things, then you like wonder to yourself like, do I lean into it? Do I start doing these things? Or like even the funny thing of like if ever in the future sneak attack mattered to a moment for Lodestone, it's like so great because that +1 might be the difference. It's just like I actually did do it again. You know what I mean? Like it's so good.
Right.
Yes.
So I got an 18 total for performance.
And yeah, you guys might have got some skills from your stuff in Titan Crest. I'll have to revisit that, but didn't seem super relevant here. But 18 in performance. What is everybody's resolve defense?
13.
14.
17.
Oh yeah, then great. I mean, it's not only I think this is very buoying and very helpful. So
I compose a song about all of their deeds during that last battle, during that last event, especially the acorn moment, that
of course,
that incredible sneak attack, and of course Dendron, the brave and mighty protector.
Pig in a pen, you know what I mean? You can definitely there's a line there for sure, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some good sibilance, some good
So I'm gonna hand these out while I think of them, and at the end we'll go over the skill stuff and see if it all still makes sense. But for now, go ahead and give yourself rank 1 in inspiration. Quindle, I would like you to have 1 rank in scouting.
Okay.
And I'm trying to. And also, does you guys think of any skills that you think are relevant based on what you've been doing? Like,
would I have done enough to get a second rank in Intimidate?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Could I?
It was just the bug letting go, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It was what it was about to do anyway. The second it realized the monkey couldn't.
Fair enough.
So, Clark, could I get, because you gave scouting, because I already have investigate, can I just add a +1 to that instead?
I think this is a little different. There might be times where there's crossover, but you were actively climbing the trees to look ahead.
Yeah.
So scouting or wayfinding is
okay.
So
is good.
I'm not a power gamer at all, so I'm not worried about what I already have. But if we're talking about what we did in Titan's Crest, I did write down what have I been doing, and I wrote contracts and scribing. So
that's true.
You know.
Yes, thank you. Dendron,
1 rank in contract law.
Going to have you are going to get, both you and Felly are going to get a rank in rhetoric.
Rhetoric. Ooh, that's a good one.
Nice.
That's such a funny skill for a tree person to have.
And and we'll leave it at that because there wasn't any other stuff that was exceptionally challenging. But between the engagement with Nakimura and that kind of thing. But yeah, feel free to toss out skills as you do stuff, because especially in the book, these are things that very much happen the moment you do them. It's like, hey, you did a new thing and you showed like
That's awesome.
ability with this thing. Boom, here you go. And
Love that.
also feel free to call those out and be like, I'm not going to take it as power gaming. It's totally fine. But being like, hey, does this apply to this? It's okay to push and be like, I have the skill. Do I get a rank up in this skill? It's all good as long as nobody gets upset when I say no. That's the main thing. So yeah, Felly, you play this music that really boosts everybody's spirits. So not only does it help the time pass, everybody feels better as they do this. So that, I think we're just looking for one more thing with this skill challenge. So that doesn't necessarily help you find it, but it makes it less draining for you guys to do.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the useful part, but we're having a good time.
Can I have can I have an opportunity to maybe mess with that geo-locating like compass needle thing, and maybe attune with it to be able to read it a bit better?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and give that a try.
Okay.
Nice.
As
it's
a
a pine
fellow
needle, right? It's a As
a fellow needled individual, you know. Oh, hold on, I exploded my D8. That is 17 plus 8 plus 1, so that's what?
17 plus 9, 26, yeah.
26.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so as you've been going, I'm assuming you've been plucking needles off and trying to work with it.
This.
And I'm trying to you get a pop-up that says you have gained rank 1 in nature magic.
Yes.
I was thinking nature magic or use magic device, but I like nature magic better.
Same.
So and yeah, the skills can be nested. So if you get one that you could have one that is like magic items and nature magic, and sometimes they both apply. Like the skills can get very interesting when you have like synergy stuff going on.
Nice.
But with that, I think you do start to figure out how to work with this thing better. And you got a 26, huh?
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a stability roll.
Ooh, I'm pretty good at that one. Let's see. Oh, exploding D6. All right. Well, my D20 was unfortunately not very good, but I did get +9, so it is a 14.
A 14. Yeah. I think what you figure out is you actually are able to keep the needle suspended longer. So
nice.
You are not really worried about running out of charges. If you get bumped and lose concentration, it drops and you have to take another one. But you've basically got a needle in the palm of your hand.
Nice.
That you're just kind of walk around and the pine needle is just adjusting and is going to help you navigate, which that's super dope. I love that.
Same. That's great.
Awesome.
Okay. Just because I want to make sure everybody is getting a chance to do stuff. Lodestone, is there anything you want to do or want to try? I feel like I'm leaving you out, Ian. And
not particularly. I mean, I got to jump off of a cliff and smash a monkey. That was Lodestone's moment to shine.
Smash the monkey.
Yeah.
Smash the monkey.
New song.
Smash the monkey.
Okay. So guys,
he's just following Quindle's directions, and he is breaking his way through the underbrush so that everybody has a path to walk on, because now that Hawthorne is taking that extra time to focus on the needle and he's focusing so hard that his screen has frozen, but he's focusing so hard on this needle Lodestone is trying to remove any obstructions from the path in front to, make sure that he doesn't get jostled and to make the needles last longer.
Yeah.
Is there any particular way you would like to do that?
He's just gonna he understands that having something bladed would probably be the better way to do this, but he doesn't have anything bladed. All he's got is a giant hammer. And so he is, I guess, just going to be using smash stuff, and he's just going to...
You're just going through a forest of nails. That's fine.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me an endurance roll, please.
I have that, and I also have 1 rank in Endure.
Oh, yeah.
So. Okay, so that's a 16 plus 3, 19 plus 1, 20.
All right. Outstanding. So as you're going through this, you are just knocking stuff aside. Felly is playing music. I think you and he have actually... Felly sees what you're doing and is giving you a nice, solid beat for you to just be whacking through the brush. And Quindle, what are you doing? Are you continuing ahead in the branches and watching?
Yeah, and as I'm doing that, I'm a little bit distracted a bit because I'm doing the scouting, showing the direction we're going, and I'm chirping back down with the way we go. But I'm also looking for cool things too. If I happen to find like an errant nest or something, or like if there's anything that sticks out that I like, oh, this is gonna be super cool.
For the hell of it, give me a presence roll.
Okay. All right, presents. Here we go. There we go. And that is a D8. So I got a 5 plus 8, so that is a 13.
Okay. Nothing particularly interesting pops up.
Yeah.
So you guys are hacking your way through. Can you guys still hear the music?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why it is so quiet on my end, but as long as you can hear it. That's so weird. It says nothing is playing.
I hear it.
It's quite charming, haunting.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just go there. Okay. There we go. You guys are making your way through the brush, and after a while, Lodestone, you get 2 skill notifications saying you have gained rank 2 in Endure, and you have gained rank 1 in Trailblazing.
Okay.
And Quindle, you spot a anomaly in the trees ahead. As you guys are doing this, you do have to climb another cliff. This one is not nearly as big, not nearly as much of a problem. There's lots of handholds. There's even it slopes down on the end, so you're actually able to go around it. Those of you who want to climb are able to climb. It's not much of a challenge at all.
Nice.
But Quindle, you see a disturbance in the trees ahead, and you realize that there's some kind of clearing. And you let everybody know as you guys move forward, the trees do start to thin, and you see an opening where there is a nice, beautiful clearing that is filled with flowers, and there is a tree at the very center of this clearing.
Ooh.
Is
What
it a
would you guys
girlfriend tree?
Yeah. Is it just a tree? Hold on, everybody. Let me get this one.
And this is definitely where the needles are pointing to. And
it's not a field of poppies, is it?
It's a pine tree.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh
It's
my.
It's not a field of poppies, is it?
No, they are not poppies.
Okay.
You've been handling her needles all day.
I scoot on down and I tell everybody what I see ahead, and then I just point to the directions, and I just perch myself on Den at this point too. Where I'm just gonna, there's a favorite branch that I kind of like.
You've got a nook for sure.
I got a nook.
Yeah, for all of my growing and changing of shapes, I maintain a nook.
Absolutely. So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna frolic in the flowers. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind if everybody's okay with it, and if obviously I'll check with Quindle before I approach. But if the needle is pointing there, I will approach said pine tree, as our arboreal, envoy in
Mhm.
this endeavor at least.
Losto's going
Okay.
to put
Tree
away his
ambassador.
hammer, and he's going to do something that no one else has said they're doing, and is going to scan the clearing and see if anything else is standing out here.
Awesome
Valid.
idea. While I frolic, frolicking.
And to be fair, I think Dendron is as they're so focused on this needle and the nature magic that they are learning as they're doing.
Yeah.
That I do think the scanning is secondary. That's kind of Quindle just crawled in, and I was like, that's what he does. that's what Quindle's doing. So like I'm just walking towards this needle.
Could I please get everybody's resilience defense and arcane? Sorry, hang on. I just had it.
Resolve and arcane resilience.
Yes, resolve and arcane resilience.
Lodestone has resolve 13, arcane resilience 15.
Okay. Felly.
I am the same. Resolve 13 for Felly and Arcane Resilience 15.
All right, Quindle.
Resolve is 17 and Arcane Resilience is 15.
Okay. And Dendron.
Resolve 14, arcane resilience 15.
And then, real quick, while I'm at it, if I could just get everybody's guard, starting with Felly.
12.
12. Dendron.
16.
Quindle.
18.
Woo!
And Lodestone.
16.
16. Okay. So, you move forward towards this pine tree that is at the center. Yes?
Lodestone is
Two
still
of us.
standing at the edge of the clearing and looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm just scanning to see if I see any creatures, any people, any structures, anything that is not just the flowers and this tree.
Okay. Give me a precision roll.
Precision, okay. Ooh, not good. That is an 8 total. 4 plus 4.
Okay. You aren't picking up any immediate danger. Like there's still birds and stuff moving around. It's not like before when the pig pansy attacked. It seems like a clearing with a tree in the center.
Okay.
And also too, it did just to from my perspective, Clark. Naturally, my character is usually like curious and cautious, but since I'm nestled into Dendron, I'm just kind of like, it's like going shopping with your wife. Your wife is like, whatever, it's no big deal. And then, but when she's by herself, she's like always looking around, grabbing her purse. But so that's what it is. I'm just like, whatever, I'm just hanging out. I'm just enjoying taking the mental break right now.
And
Gotcha.
and I'm definitely window shopping.
Gotcha.
But I am passively curious of why Lodestone is not walking with us. Like that.
How large is this tree, by the way? Is this a redwood-sized pine, a sugar pine?
Yeah, and because I'm not enormous as an arboreal, I'm probably quite a bit bigger, taller than most people here, but not like real tree size.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Not
not
like
redwood.
ant-sized. You're like a.
Yeah, I mean, if it's cool with you, Clark, I'm thinking somewhere like 8 to 9 feet. Does that seem right?
With your branches and stuff, yeah.
So a nice big Christmas tree.
Yeah.
A bit bigger.
But
yeah.
the funny thing is,
We
with how
could
your
decorate
anatomy
you.
works, your reach is really just the very top of your branches.
Right.
Like, so people are like, "Oh, we must be able to reach really high." Is like, no. What you see? So, so yeah, I do think the branches, like, basically you're like 6.5 to 7 feet tall. You're tall, and then you have like a foot and a half of growth. Is what I've kind of been picturing.
If you lopped off all of the branches, Hawthorne
Closer to 6.5.
Hawthorne and Lodestone would be about the same height.
Yeah.
So this is it's a normal looking tree. It didn't stand out of the canopy, so it's not significantly higher than the rest of the trees around. This is old growth, so these are rather large trees, but it's not some kind of Titan. It's a landmark in the fact that it's a tree in the middle of a meadow, but it's not something that you can navigate by from miles away.
Right, gotcha.
So, all right. So, Dendron, you approach the tree. Is there anything you would like to do? Because yes, the needles just keep pointing to it. If you walk around the clearing and try again, it is just continuing to point to the tree.
To the center. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a. You know what? If I could use my nature magic, if this qualifies, like combining it with a different application of root, I think I might stand in a spot once I've kind of maybe circled it once, and just maybe reach out below the surface and see if I can, if our roots can mingle, and if I can learn anything like that.
Go ahead and give me an attunement roll.
Okay.
Do you want some privacy? I mean, we can turn around.
This is an arboreal handshake, actually.
Have you gotten consent?
Ooh,
Have you gotten
okay.
enthusiastic consent?
Okay.
This is a good roll. Hold on. Oh my gosh, my D8 has exploded twice. And then a 7. Oh my gosh, that's already 23 just on my D8s plus 12 is 35.
So your attribute dice only explode once.
Oh, okay. So that would be 8. So 16 plus 12 is 28. Plus potentially my nature magic and root for a 30 total.
Yeah.
Sounds like enthusiastic consent.
I do think root applies here. So yeah, you're trying to get a feel for the surroundings. And so you start worming tendrils into the soil, fine tendrils. They aren't roots as most people would know it, right? It's not something that's going to rip up soil, but it's the fine fibrous tendrils that dig in before they grow and thicken. And this place is, you very quickly come to notice that this place is saturated with nature magic. There's nature magic in the air, there's nature magic in the flowers, and there is most definitely nature magic in the tree before you. And as you start to make the connection and trying to do some sort of plant speak, which you're not a full plant, so you don't. It's different, but it's something you're aware of, where you can kind of pick up on some of the emissions from different plants and things like that. So when you do that, parts of the tree shudder, and the bark splits, and what you thought was initially just like a bulge with knots sort of move, and you're able to make out a pseudo-twisted face that is set into the tree. And you hear a voice that just says, "Oh, hello, how are you?"
Immediately apologize. Dendron would say, "Sorry if I startled you. I'm new to this part of it."
No, this is okay. This was a very polite introduction. Well, hello. What are you doing here?
I think if the pine needle is still spinning, can kind of gesture to it. If not, I would. We were led here at the behest of a contract of a client familiar with a person known to these woods as the plant witch, Catrice. I wonder if you're familiar.
If you could give me this will be either presence or manipulation. I think this is feeling more like presence because you're not trying to get them to do anything.
No, I leave the manipulation to Felly. This is simply just chatting. So this is all right. Let's see. I have a 2 in presence, so we can.
I gotta hop AFK here for just a second. I'll be right back.
No worries.
My dice luck is turning around. That is a natural 20 plus 1 on my d6 for a 21.
For what total?
21.
21 total. Okay. Well, hello, my. Yes, I do know of Catrice. We go way back. I am Zyla, by the way. It is nice to meet you, and you are.
Dendron
And all of you
Briar
can hear this, by the way.
Dendron Briar Hawthorne, and I do like a tree bow. And Zyla, I tell Zyla, beautiful name, by the way.
Oh, it's so polite. Stop it. But then she will. So you get a bit of a giggle. She's very taken so far. You have been very polite and courteous, and she doesn't get to talk with many trees. But she's yes, I do know Catrice well. She lives in these parts for sure. May I ask why you are here? You mentioned a contract, and
Yes, her apprentice is concerned that he has not heard from her for some time, so we were sent to investigate whether she has, fallen ill or something has happened, or, the nature of her whereabouts when others have yet been able to, have not been able to reach her. I've not brought up Nakimra yet, just in case, but...
okay, give me let me see something.
An older woman.
At this point, like part of me, like it Quindle's in my in my canopy, and like part of me is just like constantly like trying to get a glance of Felly just kind of like laying in the flowers, loving it. oh boy.
And on that note, Felly, if you could just put a mark on your character sheet for me.
Okay.
And let me know when that gets to... Let me double check something real quick.
What does that mean? What is that? Oh, I love this. The secrets.
Please hold. Let me know if your marks get to 5.
Got it.
Because Lodestone, you're still standing outside the clearing. Yes. Yes. Okay. So Zyla says, "Oh, so you had met Neb? Then he is a very nice little boy. Now that you mention it, I do not think Catrice has come out in some time. I mean, time gets very hard to measure. You understand. All these other people moving about so quickly all the time, but it's so... that is very concerning. So I am assuming you are trying to get into where Arklark's notes. He needs his notes.
Yes, we were told her cottage would be well defended against any kind of, not necessarily intrusion, just visitors. She is a private person, even to Neb, as you said. So we're doing our best to find this general area and see if we can elucidate anything of her whereabouts.
Yes, she is very, very private. But I am assuming you are trying to get into the root bower is what you are after. But I cannot just let anybody in. You understand?
Of course. And if there's anything you need from us to,
Felly stands up and starts walking over towards the trees.
Yeah, and I think that there's a moment where she says, we, and like in the French, but I'm like, oh, right, we. And I'm like, right, so I'm Dendron Briar Hawthorne. And then I kind of shake and like nudge, and I'm like, this is Quindle. And I, my branches sweep by to also introduce Felly. And that's Lodestone way over there in the back. way back there.
Some of the branches, she clearly does not have anywhere close to the level of movement that Dendron does, but they do wiggle a bit. And she's, hello.
So I say,
all of you.
I say, oh, you're a lovely dancer. And what nice balls.
Oh, stop it. So many charmers have come into the clearing in one day.
Dendron, a little bit of Dendron is like, that was a good line. That was, damn it. Like,
No.
But you are very charming, all of you, and you are very cute. She waves a little bit at Quindle. But how do I know who you are, who you say you are, and are not here for other reasons?
Let's see. We weren't given anything that marks us as who we are. There's a contract.
and I mean, not out loud, but to the rest of the players here, we could also bring up that Nakim Ra approached us, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
So at this point,
I don't know which direction that would go.
At this point, because Lodestone is not over there in the conversation, he is also remembering something that we were told by Nakimura when we agreed to help them with their situation. And Lodestone's just going to shout out over the clearing for God and everybody to hear. Hey, I'm pretty sure Nakimura told us not to be breathing.
And on that note, I would like everybody except
Oh,
Lodestone
no.
to make a mark on their sheets.
Oh, no.
For no reason, not really.
No reason at all.
No reason at all.
He said
So-
it would probably be bad if we did. So I don't know if you can have a conversation without breathing, but if you could try to do that, maybe not do that.
Would it help if we were to show you a contract that we signed with her assistant, her apprentice, Ned?
That would be a good start, yes.
Does it like is it part of the bark still, or does it unroll somewhere else? I don't
So, if you can hold it up for me, please. I just need to see Nib's signature. Okay. Well, I tell you what. I cannot just be letting people in here willy-nilly. You understand? Catrice is a very sweet lady, and I owe so much to her. So I can let you in if. And Felly, you're feeling good. You're feeling really good. Like,
Yeah.
the day is feeling especially vibrant.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah,
just,
it sure
you know,
is.
it's good to just kind of relax and chill a bit.
God, I'm so glad I thought about the contract. I mean, look at it. We're gonna get in. We're gonna find purple glass. We're gonna have such a good time.
So Zyla says, well, if you would permit me to make some precautions, I could let you into the bower, but would you trust me? How much would you agree to?
Oof.
What kind of precautions would these be?
So as you ask, one of the branches lowers more, and there are some pine cones on it. But these pine cones look a little different than what you would normally expect. These are extremely resinous. Rather, so
I was about to ask, are they sticky?
at first you think that they might be like encased in some kind of crystal, but then you realize it's just some kind of sap. And Zyla says, if each of you would take one of these, and this might be difficult, but if you would to eat the pine cones, I could let you in. And I need each of you to make an extra mark on your sheet.
Oh, Felly is too close. Felly is too close.
So Felly starts laughing. You want us to eat pine cones?
They are very crunchy. It will not be as bad as you might think. I am told they taste rather sweet and fruity.
And so,
Can I?
I
Okay.
was going to say, at this point, Clark, my inquisitive, now I've been laid back the whole time, but that's kind of like sticks out for me a bit. Someone that collects information and questions and curiosity. Can I do my perception surge again just to see this doesn't seem right?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and activate Perception Surge and give me a yeah, I think precision would be the precision.
I was going to ask
composure.
if I could roll a knowledge check on just these pine cones or anything like that. I don't know if not, that's fine. I just
Give it wouldn't be knowledge, but you can go ahead and make a I think an attunement roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I got a 21 on that, and as I mentioned, the perception boosts and amplifies my perception, enabling them to detect subtle details or hidden threats, and is an effective tool for gaining a sensory advantage, whether in a calm or high-stress situations.
Yes. So you'll roll with advantage when you do your precision roll.
I got 21.
You got 21?
Yeah.
And Dendron?
I'm rolling rocks all of a sudden. I got a 25 total.
25?
This D8 is saving my life. It's exploded almost every time I've rolled it. So.
Wow.
So what was it you were wanting to know, Quindle?
Is this safe? This doesn't, at this point, it's just like, this doesn't,
Okay.
I don't know. At first, it was like, you know what? I'm hanging out here. Dendron's in charge. The trees talking to trees. Maybe think. But then when she brings up the pine cone thing, like, wait a minute here.
Okay. So with that, you piece together that there is definitely something odd going on. You are starting to feel strange. How many marks do you have?
2.
You have 2 marks? You're starting to feel strange. Like, if you hadn't done Perception Surge, you wouldn't be thinking normally. Like, it's not until you did the Perception Surge that you're like, wait, what? So there's something going on here in the clearing that is messing with you. But also, Xyla doesn't seem to be malicious from what you can tell. And there's definitely something strange about the pine cones. But as you start to realize this, you are going to get a notification saying that you have gained a rank in perception and a rank in mental resistance.
Nice.
And Dendron, you are going to gain a 2nd rank in nature magic as you are investigating these pine cones and realize that these are magical constructs. It's weird how much information starts pouring into your brain. But do you take one and examine it?
Yeah, I'd imagine if they're sitting, she drops the branch and kind of presents 4 for each of us and says, if you eat these, I'll let you in. I think that
it's only polite.
Yeah, I would grab one just to kind of look at it and feel it and kind of get a.
There is some kind of, I don't necessarily want to say negative magic, but there is some kind of magic nature magic that will affect you if you imbibe it. But you can tell that it is something that got a 25. You don't think it will hurt you, but it is something that if you eat it willingly, you will basically be accepting whatever magical effects it is supposed to induce. So they will automatically succeed.
Now, like you said, so if we willingly eat it, because this is the deal she's offering. You can get in, which is what we need to do. So like the goal is we eat it without questioning, and we just we don't read the fine print. We accept terms and conditions. But if we take it and attempt to resist it knowing this? Is there a chance that we can, resist any of it? Or is it...
Is eating it signing the contract?
Right.
Now that you are aware of it, there could be a chance to resist it.
Okay. There is a rustle of... There's a rustle of branches as Dendron is kind of turning this thing over.
Yeah. I pluck one as well and start sniffing it. Smells
you guys
delicious.
all take another mark.
Oh, no.
It does smell fruity in a weird, undefinable kind of way. Like, it's not a specific fruit, but there is that kind of sweet crispness to the smell that you get from crisp apples or ripe pears or good melon, right? There's that strong scent of this is ready to be eaten.
So, since I'm not sensing any danger from this fruit, and based off of my character, what he does, I'm gonna grab 2 more and put them in my satchel.
That's awesome.
Wait, you already have one?
Yeah, if we're grabbing them, I'm just gonna grab a couple more
okay.
because these are extreme. If I don't sense danger from these, like these are pretty cool. And I'm
Are
just,
there
just
extras?
4.
There are
They're
only
just
I was
4.
gonna say, if he went for more, I might smack him with a branch.
You can grab the extra one so that you have 2 and the other guys have 1.
Lodestone. Lodestone does not have one.
So, question.
Those one's still standing on the edge of the field.
Yeah.
But you also needed to do an extra
Yes,
mark.
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I tell if she is? Can I attempt to tell if we're being smooth talked?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
That would be. I think that would be. Let's go with composure or manipulation.
Okay. Either would be the same for me. And can I and then can I apply my smooth talking skill to attempt to determine if
I
I'm being...
think so. I think
Okay,
so.
nice.
Yeah, so let's do manipulation, because if you want to go a different route, you can. But what I'm picturing is I think you're thinking through the conversation that you have had and be like, wait, what words has she used? How is she talking? Like, how would I do this? So go ahead and do that. You are at disadvantage.
Okay. Got it. Figured I might be.
Not often I see Felly out smooth talked.
I don't think the disadvantage is going to matter because I've got 20 and then the lowest is 3, so 23. Well, I don't know, but that's 23.
23. So what you get, because she did a counter roll and also got a 23.
Ooh.
So what I think you're going to pick up on is she doesn't really care what you do. and she does, like, whether you eat the pine cones or not, she does not feel particularly threatened, and she is not trying to force you in any direction.
She's buying time.
Yeah, or I mean, these pine cones are constructs, right? That's what you said. So, like, technically, if her and Catrice go way back, part of me is wondering if, like, she is a living construct of Catrice's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, her not caring what we do, is that in contrast to what she has said or how she's acted? Has she acted like she cares? No.
No,
really.
she's acted just like if you want to get into the bower, she wants you to eat the pine cones. But so you don't know. You haven't been able to discern whether there's hidden meaning. You can't tell if he's really trying to get at a deeper game. All you are really able to pick up is just like, yeah, she seems very comfortable with what is happening. So you don't really get her motive as to like what she's trying to do, if she's trying to do anything, but you get the feeling that she's not worried.
Interesting.
I feel like Dendron is too close and too engaged in this conversation with Zyla and Feli and Quindle all right here to like have a moment to look at the two of them and be like, when you eat these, like, resist. Do you know what I mean? Like that would like, I don't think I have the subtlety to pull that off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there like a way I
can
could give them a like any kind of sign?
Give me manipulation
Oh no.
at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm very bad at this one.
So
Yeah, like this is outside your wheelhouse.
so Clark, I am going to actually like I'm going to look at Dendron as a anchor because this is his wheelhouse as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to take a bite until I watch him do it.
Yeah, you speak for the trees.
Yeah, not a terrible roll. I got a 13, and then I would have exploded on my D4, but I then had to roll again. I got a 3, so 16 total.
16.
I speak for the trees. The number of times I could have said that I've made a Lorax adjacent character is not even funny. It's high.
So you can have a yes but. You can communicate this to your allies, and Zyla knows, or nobody gets it.
I'm fine with being like, if this is our only way in, and we must eat these, like everybody, you know, this is not a treat. This is a deal. You know what I mean? Like, eat it with intention and pay attention to what it feels like.
Okay.
Feli and Dendron
Yeah.
take an extra mark.
Oh,
That's 5. That's 5 marks for me.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
now-
You're at 4.
And
Feli hears it and then goes, whatever, man. No, I don't know what 5 marks means, but he said, tell me when you hit 5. So
now that Lodestone is at 2 marks, am I feeling anything? And if I am, can I do some sort of knowledge or something to try and figure out what exactly I'm feeling?
Give me either composure or...
Okay.
Let me see here. So I think in this case...
I feel like this would be probably something more like stability. This would be if this is a magical effect.
Actually, give me willpower or endurance.
I'll take endurance. I got 4 ranks of endurance.
Endure will not apply here.
Right. I don't think I have anything else. Yeah, I got physical exertion. This is not physical. Not great. 10 plus 2, 12.
No, I mean you feel relaxed, but nothing really is tripping. And until Dendron and Quindle, you both take another mark. So Dendron, you have told them, hey, this is not a treat. And Zyla says, oh, you are very clever, but you may have taken too long. Because at this point, Feli, like, this is just a nice place to be. You're just gonna lay
Loving
down
it
for a minute.
Yeah.
So you you say that, and you look down, and Feli is curling up, and Dendron, you are getting very not, I guess, drowsy. But you start to slip into that kind of torpor you do when you sleep.
Yeah.
So you don't fall over or anything because you're a tree. You sleep standing up, but you suddenly slow down. And Quindle, you notice that he hasn't gone still, but it's not the same thing as when he's like awake and moving. He's doing just like sort of this swaying, stabilizing thing that Dendron does when he's sleeping. So what about you, little fairy one? Are you going to easy buying homes? Oh wait.
After what Dendron said, I'm just gonna just nibble away at the pine cone, and because with my perception surge is still active,
Yes.
And so I'm gonna nosh away at it, and then my second thought is like, if I have to manually feed it to Feli, I'm gonna do that next.
Okay.
But I'm waiting to see what the effects are for me first.
Are you trying to resist?
Am I trying to resist the effects of the pine the cone? Yes, especially since I'm gonna have that since I just got that bonus.
Give
You
me
gave me
a willpower roll.
Okay, willpower. Where is the willpower? Health, poise, wit. No, willpower. Oh, there it is. Okay, and that's a D6. $89? What?
Crazy on a D20?
I know, that's incredible. 11.
Cthulhu, you can't use non-Euclidean dice.
You eat the pine cone.
Okay.
And Zyla just says, very good. Now, there's just the last one. If you would just go to my other side, you may enter the bower. She says that to Quindle.
Okay. Do I feel forced to?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
do I feel like the effects of what's happening to, like, whatever is ticking off on that? Do I feel like it's subsided?
Your mind feels like it clears a little bit. Lodestone, you take another mark.
Okay. So Lodestone sees Feli just fall asleep, and all of his alarm bells start ringing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sees Quindle eat the pine cone and seem to be able to walk away without any effect. And so he's going to hold his breath as he moves across this.
Have you been holding your breath during this time?
I mean, initially I thought that I was outside of all of the flowers because I was on the edge of everything.
You were. I just got some very high rolls. It's just on the
Okay.
really high rolls that you got affected.
He was being very, very meticulous about his breathing. He wasn't necessarily not breathing, but he was.
Then I would say take however many marks you have, round them, cut them in half, rounding
Okay.
up.
So that cuts me back down to 2.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no, there have been
so-
a couple rolls where I've gotten like over 24. So those are the ones that you
So
got.
when he sees Quindle walking away, seemingly under his own volition, he's going to rationalize that the pine cones will impart some sort of immunity or resistance to the effects, and so
Okay.
he is going to hold his breath, and he's going to move across this field as quickly as he can without making it look like he's getting ready to juggernaut the tree.
Okay.
And he is going to take his pine cone and go ahead and eat it.
Okay.
And he's already in this mindset of he's trying to resist the effects of what he thinks are the flowers. And so he's
Go ahead
going
and
to
give me a willpower roll.
a willpower roll. Okay, I got one of those. Yeah, I do. That's a nat 20 plus 7, 27.
Nice.
Okay. So you move forward and you eat the pine cones. It tastes very fruity, very crisp, very sweet. And you feel a tug kind of at a portion of your brain, but then almost like something was reaching in to grab, but then slipped over the surface of your mind. And you get a notification.
My brain,
that,
very smooth, no many wrinkles.
mental resistance rank 1.
Okay.
So at that, you were able to eat. You eat the pine cone, and Zyla says, "Very good. You are welcome into the root bower. and don't worry, your friends will be with you shortly. And the ground, you see the ground behind the tree. There's a shuddering through the earth. And if you guys move around and look, the earth has kind of fallen away, and there's a path of twisting roots down into the soil below.
Do I need to take them with us, or?
You can, or they will be with you shortly, either way.
Right. So Hawthorne's a little bit big for for Lodestone to carry, but he is absolutely going to pick up Felly and carrying your toddler in from the car, gonna lay him up over his shoulder and carry his sleeping form down with him.
So Quindle and Lodestone begin scrambling down into the darkness of the root bower. And this seems like a good place. Does anybody need a bio break? Okay, let's be back in 5 minutes. So yeah, good stuff. You guys are able to enter the bower, and you can hear the music, yes?
Yeah.
I always check in for whatever reason. It's still quiet on my headphones. Okay, there we go. I hear some of it. But yes, you are able to head into the bower, and it is a tunnel of roots down into the earth. And there is a light in the distance, which you guys can pull out lights of your own if you wish, but you don't. It's dark, but you feel like you feel comfortable finding your way. And as you move forward, you find yourself at a curtain of leaves. And what would you like to do?
Am I conscious?
Inside, I just didn't want to assume that you were going to push inside without doing anything. Felly, you are asleep. You are sound asleep.
Is there a way to like feed the? Do I still have it? Do I have the other pine cones?
So when you start feeling about for them, you find that they have disappeared.
Oh man, those would have been fun to keep. All right. So I guess then it's then I take it that Felly is asleep, and is it Dendron also kind of?
You guys left Dendron in the clearing above, but Xyla said that wouldn't be a problem.
Okay. I guess then I'll push. I'm just the way I'm imagining it in my head is that then Lodestone is carrying Felly, right?
Yes, I'm carrying him like you carry your sleeping toddler in from the car.
Okay.
After Pumpkin Palooza.
After
right.
Pumpkin Palooza, yes.
So
how tall? What rough dimensions is the tunnel or the chamber that we are currently in?
Big enough that you don't have to worry. If there's something else you're looking for, let me know.
I'm basically trying to determine how cramped I am physically.
You're not.
Okay.
You're not. You feel like you have plenty of elbow room.
So what I'm going to do is, while still cradling Felly in one arm, I'm going to take my hammer off of my back with the other hand, and I am going to choke up on it to where I'm right up at the hammerhead, and then I'm going to use the haft to sort of hook this curtain of leaves and sort of pull it aside a little bit so that Quindle can get a look. Like, take a look what's on the other side.
I with my investigate and stealth, I'm gonna try to look through without. You can tell we're like seasoned role players. Like, I don't trust anything.
There's fucking flowers, man.
Love it when that happens. One of the first games that I ran, the characters wound up in a throne room. There was a skeleton that had a scepter in its hands. They spent 40 minutes slowly testing the skeleton. Like, I'm going to throw something at it. Okay. I'm going to shoot it. Okay. We're going to try and pull it off of the chair. And they did all of this stuff to the skeleton. And the entire time I'm in my head, I'm like, the trigger's on the scepter. So,
I'm gonna peer through the other side and just see what I see.
Yeah, you see a small entryway that is well lit with a soft, welcoming yellow light. It's not dim, it's not too bright, it is just warm and enveloping, and the walls go out into a small room, and you see another kind of leaf door ahead of you. The wall is made of twisting roots and branches and leaves, and it's very pretty. You've got vines with flowers along the ceiling, and there's just a small room, and then there's another curtain of leaves, maybe 5-10 feet ahead of you.
I'm gonna like leap as a squirrelish way, leap over to the next door and test to see if it opens up.
Yeah. The
All right.
leaves move aside without issue, and looking inside, you see another larger room that kind of splits off in other directions. But the two things that catch your attention immediately is, one, Dendron is standing off to the side, still doing his kind of gentle swaying thing. And then on the far side of the room, through another door where the leaves seem to have been torn down, you see a figure crumpled on the ground.
I'm gonna.
Should we announce ourselves? I feel kind of weird just walking into somebody's house.
Quintel's
I'm still standing at the first curtain, holding it aside.
I wave Lodestone over, and then I see I say Dendron's over here. It's okay to come in, and we probably need someone to help talk. So I kind of up it and lightly slap Felly in the cheek to see to wake him up.
Yeah. It may take a couple of slaps, but you're able to rouse him.
Okay.
And as soon as he makes any indication that he is awake, I'm just going to let him go. Drop him. Just go. Floop.
So if Quindle didn't wake you up, Lodestone did.
What state am I in?
You feel pretty good, actually. You don't feel groggy or lightheaded or anything like that. You're feeling pretty good.
I'm going to go into my satchel, pull out my little water bottle with like the little cup. I'm going to give it not splash in his face, but give it to him to kind of like refresh his throat. Here, drink this. Because we're probably going to need you to talk to somebody coming up pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. I take a drink, I brush myself off and say, "Oh yes, I see everything worked out perfectly as I knew it."
And while this is going on, I'm gonna go over and I'm going to try and slowly shake Dendron awake.
Again, might take maybe a minute, but you're able to rouse Dendron. And Dendron, you also feel fine.
So I'm gonna point to
maybe a little groggy for you guys, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna point to the curled up body on the floor and say, "Is that who you need me to talk to?"
You're the talking guy.
I will walk over to the body on the floor, curled up person.
Yeah.
Can I ask Quindle and Lodestone if they ate the pine cones? Like, that's my first thought. Is like, did you eat them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, Quindle ate one first.
Is that not a thought in my mind, Clark? I should probably ask you that.
No, that's fine. You can be thinking whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, I didn't.
You did not eat the pine cone. No.
Okay.
I ate one because he ate one and he seemed to be fine. So
okay.
I'm fine.
All right. So Dendron's just trying to piece together the missing time.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I would have carried you down too, but
I get it. It's fine.
There's size problems with that.
Right. Yeah, no.
You didn't carry him down? How did he get down here?
How did I get down here?
I'm not sure. We left you up there, and then we came down here, and you were down here. So, hopefully you can fit out on the way out. It was a little bit of a tight squeeze for me, but I think you'll be okay.
It's like, so let's just loot the body, right?
Can I please see what this curled up person is?
Yes. So there are 3 distinct chambers that you notice in this place. There's one off to the left that has, looking through, looks to be like some kind of strange trees. Off to the right, it might be some kind of like kitchen and storage area. And ahead, as you move in, this looks to be some kind of workstation. There are plants of all kinds growing along the walls, and loam, like fresh soil, makes up the walls that the things are growing right out of. On the ground is a woman wearing clothes of deep browns and greens, and some spots accented with some vibrant, rich yellows. But she is not moving. She is dark-skinned and has curly hair, seems to be curled up almost as if in pain.
Is she alive? Can I attempt to search for a pulse or something?
You certainly can. And I would call that I think that is a knowledge check.
All right. Let's see. Ah, 10 total.
Okay. She's not well. You're pretty sure she dead.
Got it. Do I feel very confident about that, or like do I think I know very well, or am I like seems dead?
To you, seems dead. How you project that's up to you.
Yeah. I would say I'm not like delusional about my competencies. Like I know this is not my, but I'm going to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's dead. She seems dead.
Can I use my investigate to see what happened here?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and give me that will be a knowledge or logic roll, either way.
All right, knowledge is my jam. I'm a collector of information. All right, not bad. 19.
19. Yeah, so going in and looking at the body, are you okay touching the body, starting to move it around, that kind of thing?
Love it. Yeah, that's my thing.
Okay. Yeah, there are a variety of vials and mixtures that seem to have been spilled on the ground and on the surface of the nearby bench. And there is a bottle that is held, that is grasped rather tightly in one of her hands. And it's a glass vial that has been stained purple.
I got it right here. This is my purple
bottle.
Right here. It doesn't look. It doesn't look purple, but it is purple because let me get the light, because you got to have the light shining on it. Okay, the other side.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's purple. Yeah.
That's totally purple.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But there's spots that are stained with purple, and there is some purple liquid inside.
Ooh.
I regale that information to my friends. I said that's. Through that, as I kind of like look, I also too I don't want to say stealing. I'm just saying if there's anything loose around that I could put in my satchel, like this would be interesting for later.
Does anyone know what this purple liquid is?
No. Also, I don't know if there's anything you can do about your connection, Aaron, but it is in the red, and you are very fuzzy for me.
He looks good for me.
I could try resetting it, but I'm hardwired, so
Okay. Don't worry about it.
fingers crossed.
Do you know what the purple liquid is off the cuff? No, but you guys could try and do some kind of discernment thing. You
Felly
kind of
says
have
that
to-
out loud of like, does anybody?
Certainly not my forte, and this is what we know Catrice to kind of specialize in, right? She is the plant witch, and this is the kind of thing she offers for people. Again, we said that maybe I do have a background of, again, being an arboreal and having worked with people for certain ingredients, reagents, things like that of the natural variety, but I don't know if this is necessarily my forte either.
Yeah, so this would be some more just looking at what's there. Doing some kind of experimentation would just be some knowledge. If you guys want to investigate around and see if there's other stuff that you can find.
As Lodestone walks up and sees this, knowing that Dendron is inclined towards this natural magic, and Lodestone is definitely not, he's going to say, "Hey, Dendron, is she actually dead, or is there some natural magic at work here? Do you get any magic off of this, or is she just dead?"
Yeah, can I do a little more thorough of a... Because the difference was Felly being like, "Hi, I'm here to talk," and then Quindle being like, "Hi, I'm here to loot." Can I be like, "Hi, I'm here to check on the person," you know?
Because Lodestone doesn't want... He's already squicked out about just walking into someone else's house.
Yeah.
And whenever he finds that person presumably dead on the floor, he's hyper vigilant about that, about the person who lives here.
Okay. Yeah, you could do a knowledge check to check that. You can also get some assistance from other people. One thing I do want to mention is Quindle. I know you have an ability that if you wanted to take the time, might be able to do some stuff to help. And I don't remember everybody's abilities, but I know that one is super funky, which is why it's stuck in my head. But
is it the analysis one?
You
Or the
should have the
perception
one that
surge?
lets you make the item, right? You have the item crafting one?
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I think that's
yes.
the analysis one.
Yeah.
No, perception surge was the analysis one.
Okay, right.
I certainly don't.
And I do have
that.
that crafting one. Oh, you're right. I haven't even used that yet. Let me.
Yeah. So, but does anybody want to help Dendron, or Dendron, are you just going up and doing it?
I don't mind checking on the body.
I mean,
especially.
I'd love to, but I think it's clear that we're outside my area of expertise. So.
Okay. Yeah, just give me a knowledge roll.
Lodestone's, gotten that vibe check, that magical vibe check before. So if you would allow me to use that, because I
That'll
did
be a
that
separate roll.
back in town.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an attunement roll.
Okay.
Lodestone.
Not great with that. I only got
It
one
wasn't
rank
a
in that.
fantastic roll for me on the knowledge, but I did get a 16.
16?
I also got a 16, 15 plus 1.
It's middle.
Yeah. So doesn't take much to realize that this place is just filled with magic, saturated with magic. You're not noticing anything around the body specifically, but Hawthorne, yeah, she dead.
She's dead. Okay.
All right. Let me see. I'm looking up what you wrote for me. That was a pretty cool thing. What was it?
So, what else would you guys like to do?
Okay, so we've agreed she's dead. I'm going to start looking for the Will and Testament.
Oh, right. That is the thing we're here for.
Okay. There are there's a whole variety of drawers and shelves and jars and stuff in the place you are. There are the other two rooms. So, yeah, are you just gonna start looking through drawers or doing?
I want to try and go for a room that would be her bedroom. I think I'm gonna try and find if one of these rooms is the bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, going back, the one to the right that seemed to have some storage. As you go into it, it's larger than it appears because it kind of goes off to the side. There is a bed, there is a desk, there's some bookshelves, and then there's a nook that is just full of plants.
So this is where I'm looking. Maybe I would look for it hidden in the plants first, but
I'll do that, Clark, too, is that with my perception surge, I just see like it's like almost that superpower. Like I know what movie was that, where that show where the guy could just be able to like just see the entire room and what happened before and after and all that kind of stuff. What was that? Remember? Can't remember what that was.
I'm not sure.
Is that Monk?
Sherlock?
Sherlock, something like that. Yeah, like Sherlock.
There are
like,
several. There's several
Yeah.
pieces of media that are similar.
Yeah.
To
So
that.
Squirrel.
And Rennie, if you can, a little more distance from the mic. It's a little hot right now.
You got it.
Perfect.
And well, side note, did you know that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was asked in an interview back in the newspaper back in the 1900s or so, asked him why, when he wrote the Sherlock Holmes books, why you never saw inner monologue of Sherlock Holmes. It was all through the perspective of Watson. And Sir Arthur Conan Doyle says, I don't write inner monologue for Sherlock Holmes because he's smarter than me. I don't know how he thinks. But that was
Nice.
interesting. All right, so I got a 23 on my perception surge.
So are you doing? Did you use
I'm doing that.
precision?
I'm just.
or-
It was precision. It was just no, not precision. Yeah, precision. Looking through the entire room, seeing what could have possibly have happened. I saw bottles dumped. Was there a mixture of something that happened that had that happen? And just out of sheer curiosity and investigation, I just wanted to like perceive the entire situation and seeing and put pieces together.
Okay. Also, give me a logic roll with advantage. Because that was what 23 on your
Yes.
perception.
Yeah, that's a D8.
Which, since you have the perception skill, you would have gotten a bonus from that.
Okay.
But that's okay. So we're at like 24 or something ridiculous.
All right, and you said with advantage. All right, that was an 8. So if I roll with an 8 at that, with my sec, I get that blows up once. You said, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 7 is 20. 20.
Okay.
Even when it blew
Yeah.
up, it wasn't. It was still,
Yeah. And was there anything you wanted to do with your item crafting thing, or no?
Yeah, almost like to like kind of like recreate, almost like I'm trying to think here.
Because
Recreate.
your item lets you do some specific things, right? Like you can set it to, I think it was like sensing, or you have a list of boons that it lets you do. It sounds like
Right.
this is just perception surge, which is fine. With this, that you're kind of taking in the environment, you start to piece together some of the stuff that's going on with 2 like stellar rolls. There's powders that are spilled. There's a place that looks like it used to be a flame beneath a crucible that has long since gone out. You get the sense that she was crafting something when something happened. Lodestone, what are you doing?
Lodestone just really feels out of his depth right now. He's a brute that smashes things.
Okay.
This is way above his pay grade. What he is going to do is he is going to be searching around looking for a shovel, which he thinks is probably going to be relatively easy to find in this particular location.
Okay, looking for a shovel.
Yes, I have reasons.
Go ahead and give me a presence roll.
Okay. D8.
And then Felly will be back to you with your investigation.
Yeah, that's a 19 plus 3, 22.
22. Yeah. There is a shovel in the corner. It's one of those flat spades that's meant for doing like doing the trenches, or doing trench work rather than the broadhead spades. But yeah, you find a shovel. And Felly, you are investigating this area, just doing a slow, thorough search.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you poking around, or are you just like, how are you going about this search? Is this more for you like looking for things out of place, or is it you thinking through where might something be?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the head of this alchemist. I know that this tree was her friend, so I'm getting some personality. I'm like, well, okay, this is the type of personality that would be friends with that particular tree that I found quite charming, but also manipulative, and that used Ned as an apprentice, but didn't trust him, and that kept a beetle-like elephant creature as a servant against its will. And I'm getting the vibe of how they've got their place laid out and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, if I were this alchemist, where would I hide my will?
That is definitely a logic roll.
Okay, great.
And if you're saying anything, Rennie, you are muted.
No, just enjoying it. Sorry about that.
That's all good.
And now, do I get to apply search? You gave me a skill rank in search. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you guys always remind me if you have a skill you think is relevant.
Yeah. All right. So I've only got the D4 to work with here on this one, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, that is okay. Okay. So 21, 22 with my skill rank.
22. There are a couple of places that it could be. Going around and looking carefully through the plants, because you're just trying to go through the logic and do a cursory investigation. I'm assuming you aren't actually going into anything yet.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. So there is definitely a patch of loose sod in that niche, which actually goes deeper than you would think into like kind of a small, almost meditation chamber. But you do find like a patch of some sod that looks like it was disturbed, and one of the drawers in the desk it's a bit more grimy than the others. So it seems like it has seen a lot more use, a lot more dirty fingerprints and stuff like that, just smudging and staining the wood over years.
Got it. Okay, so those are the two spots. Okay, so I'm gonna yell, Quindle, I've got 2 spots for you to dig up with your paws. This place is trapped, so I'm not going to.
Ooh.
And in terms of other stuff, like stuff to loot or whatever, there's lots of stuff. There's lots of bottles. There's vials that are empty. There's vials that are full. There's plants and stuff growing on the walls. Like, it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah.
There's little containers of powder. Like, who knows?
I would just start pocketing and pouching everything I could fit randomly, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna, with lock picking, I'm gonna see if there's any, because I do have my, you know what? I got those other powers too. Detection. I got a boon of detection. And
well, I've got 2 spots for you to inspect that might be worth doing that to.
Well,
yeah,
and the instant that Felly says something about digging, Lodestone's going to go up and say, well, I got a shovel.
So I'm going to say the dirt here is deeper than it should be. I'm suspicious.
Lodestone will give it a quick once over and see if there's any like obvious booby traps around it, and if not, then he's going to carefully start removing the sod and digging down.
Okay. Quindle and Dendron, did you guys want to be doing anything? So, sorry, Lodestone, go ahead and give me, as you're doing that, give me I think this is going to be a precision roll, as you're being very careful.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll that. Dendron and Quindle, what are you two doing?
I am. So we've kind of pieced together. Basically, she probably had an accident, is what we've pieced together, and that there's not much to. I mean, we can't save her. And what I'm going to do is kind of like go through the other rooms and just. I don't want to like be vulgar and say loot the body, but I am going to find things that are around the area that just seems to be. With my inquisitive nature, not something I can make money off of, but things are like, I've never seen this before. This is pretty cool. And like anything that will fit in my little satchel. So nothing huge, but I am just like intensely curious on finding things that I've never found before and I find interesting. But also saying, also note too, haphazardly, I do have lock picking. I do have my detection. I am also,
so do you have the detection active? Because that's one of the things that you have to spend some little time modifying your goggles, and then it'll let you see things that
absolutely.
you want to see.
I'm gonna pull out my steampunk little goggle things and just like adjust it a bit and make it look like, yeah.
Is there anything in particular you're wanting to detect?
Traps. Anything that's actually like not going to like. If I open up a drawer and look through it and just
so your goggles are more going to be detecting energy, so doing things like detecting life force, types of magic, heat residue, maybe even like odors and pheromones. So like you might be able to pick up on that stuff. It won't be just a general trap sense.
But could I then with my could I have lock picking? And that doesn't help me. Analysis. What about with the analysis theme? Is that? Oh, that's just a theme. That doesn't.
So go ahead and read your two abilities to me. You have two abilities. One is perception surge. What is your other ability?
Yeah. It was that creating. I'm looking for that email that you sent me. You wrote it down in a. I can't find it offhand. It was that you sent in. It was like to build things.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me see if I can find it. While I'm looking for that, Dendron, what are you doing?
Yeah, so, I heard that there's lots of reagents, and obviously we know she was an alchemist and witch and, nature magic kind of person. So I guess that while Feli and eventually Quindle will be looking for the will and testament in drawers and stuff like that, I guess I will peruse the reagents and the plants, try to get an idea of what she was working with, what she was doing. You said there was a crucible, and clearly there was some flames, which my first thought, not because of the type of tree and arboreal I am, but just thinking, if we're under a tree right now, how was she managing flames, and like how was it, was it just magic that there was some kind of ventilation or something like that, or how was she doing this? So yeah, mostly just taking a look at her alchemy or herbalism kind of setup and seeing if I can deduce anything about what she was working with or what she was working on, how she was doing what she was doing.
Okay, give me 1 second. So you have, Barney, your other ability is called Special Craft. It is from your versatility theme. The bond point cost varies. You learn a number of boons and banes equal to your knowledge score. Their power level cannot exceed your attunement score. With your knowledge and logic, you are able to modify your items to invoke or inflict a bane or boon that you know. This takes 2 minutes per power level of the bane/boon. Additionally, your maximum bond points is decreased by the power level of the bane/boon. When you or an ally go to use your item, you must pay the power level again in bond points and 1/3 of the power level to sustain it each turn after. But this expenditure is only temporary. You can regain your maximum bond points once you choose to dismantle the specially crafted item. I do not know which boons or banes you picked, though.
I have concealment, darkness, detection, and teleport.
Okay. Yeah. So detection is the one that would let you see specific types of energy and that kind of thing. So
I guess what I'll do is I'll scan around there, but at the same time using my investigate to see if there's any. And here's the thing: I'm not into alchemy, so I'm not interested in the powders and the bottles. I'm just trying to find if there's any trinkets or cool things that I know that I can put in my satchel.
So if it's just trivial trinkets and stuff, you can find plenty of things. There'll
Okay.
be weird little quirks and baubles. We'll do some rolls to deal with that later. Dendron, go ahead and give me a logic roll.
Oof. All right. I do love the idea of this, where Quindle and Dendron are looking at the same things, but for different reasons. So, like, I'm handing him things, and I'm like, this is useless. And he's like, this is perfect. And it's like
You can add your nature magic to this, I think.
oof. Okay. Well, I got a 1 on my D20. My D4 did explode. That is only a 7 plus 2 for a 9.
Okay.
I might take a yes, but if that's okay with you.
Okay. We will come back to that in a second. I want to go over to Lodestone and Felly. What did you roll on your check, Lodestone?
So I got an 11, and if I can use my 1 rank in physical exertion, that would make it a 12.
So this is more you about being careful as you're
Okay.
digging to make sure that you don't trigger any traps.
Yeah.
Is really what it is.
Okay.
Um,
So 11.
An 11. So you dig into the ground, and there's a moment of resistance, and then there is none. And as you turn the soil over, you find yourself staring into blackness. There is an expanse of black and a faint clicking and chirping from below.
I am going to withdraw the shovel as quickly as possible and then back away. Like, nope.
Okay. So, Dendron, with your roll, what you're able to determine is this seems to be some kind of wonderful working of magic. Like, this entire place is just filled with nature magic. How she was doing stuff, you don't know. What she was doing, you don't know. None of the substances, none of the plants have labels. Like, you don't know how she kept everything straight. But it is wondrous. It's very fascinating and interesting.
Yeah, she was a master, and which makes this quote unquote accident seem even more suspicious, right? Like, if she was this good, not saying Dendron was particularly well versed in this, but like this level of not even needing to label things and like being able to craft this level of mastery, and then to just have fallen, ill and died is strange.
So that's what you note, and Felly and Lodestone. So Quindle is just going around grabbing different trinkets and stuff like that.
So Quindle, if Quindle never came over when I yelled for him, I'm gonna open the drawer myself.
Okay. And the Lodestone, you have withdrawn the spade, but the sod is still upturned, and the chittering is getting louder. Felly, you go over to the drawer. Give me a precision roll.
Yep. Is there anything that might apply here skill-wise, like search or anything, or probably not? I'm not sure what we're doing.
If you
Avoidance or dodging?
yes, dodging. Dodging would apply.
Oh, great! Okay, so we have 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 with dodging.
19. Okay. You take 5 points of damage to poise as you open the drawer, and you're reaching in, and then you snatch your hand out just as a number of thorns snap forward and embed themselves in the
Ooh.
wood that's inside the drawer.
Ooh. Spicy.
But
Wow.
there is a container. As you open it up, there is there's a box that is sealed with wax. And at any point, anybody else, let me know if you're wanting to do anything different. But that is what is happening.
I
The chittering
would
is
pull it
getting
out.
louder.
I would pull out the box. Can I hear the chittering?
You can. You and Lodestone can.
Lodestone, because the chittering is getting louder, he's going to try and circle around a little bit and try and reach out with a shovel and try and scrape the dirt back over.
Okay.
And try and lay the sod back down flat.
Okay. And I need both Lodestone and Felly to give me precision rolls.
Yep.
Precision. Okay.
Any kind of dodge thing will add.
Great.
Yeah. No. That's not great.
Hey! 23 plus 2, 25.
I got the same thing, only 20 points lower.
No!
3 plus 2 for
No!
a 5. So Lodestone is going to trip and he's going to fall through this portal that's under the sod. Farewell.
Kind of. Unless you want to do a yes but. But
Sure, we'll yes but on this.
So as you were trying to scrape that over, the ground beneath your feet suddenly becomes less stable and you feel yourself sinking, and the ground starts giving away as it takes you a second to realize, but the roots that make up the floor are separating and opening up beneath you, and you manage you don't jump clear, but you manage to not fall in as it opens up, and you are now dangling over this darkness where the chittering is glowing louder. And as this happens, Felly, there is a moment of resistance, and then a snap, a little twang, and there is a puff of vapor that appears, and I actually need an endurance roll from you.
Ooh. Oh. All right. Endurance.
Which I'm
That's
assuming
like
Lodestone
people.
called out with some kind of shout of "Ah!"
All right. Oof, not great. We've got 12.
12. All right. You, my friend, are sickened. You currently have disadvantage 1 on all action rolls and -1 to all defenses.
Ugh.
As this smell hits you and you just feel awful. But you have the box, and Lodestone is dangling from the ground, and Dendron, you are looking at the bottles, and Quindle is scavenging. What is it you guys want to do? What's happening?
Yeah, I imagine I hear this commotion, right? We hear this commotion.
The first thing Lodestone's going to do is he's going to try and climb out of this hole and away from the chittering.
Absolutely. Go ahead and just give me a endurance roll. Climbing will
Endurance?
apply.
Endurance plus climbing. Okay. See here. Well, physical and exertion also work.
Yes.
Will I stack that? Okay, so that's
Yes.
+2.
In this case, they will.
That fell off. And the D10 explodes.
Nice.
So that is 15 plus 18 plus 2, so 15 plus 20, 35.
You climb out no problem and are pulling yourself across the ground, but you see that the vines are separating on the walls as well. And Ellie, you notice this. Dendron, this is immediately apparent when you come into the room and see that there are gaps opening, and the chittering is growing louder. And you see a bug kind of scurry between two of the vines.
A lot of the bugs like we saw earlier.
No, this one looks different. And then there is another bug. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And Lodestone, as he's climbing out, is like, we found a Magelephant nest.
Actually, we don't need to worry about initiative. Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Is each of you gets to take one turn, and then that will be the end of the round, and then stuff will progress.
Okay.
So you guys have one turn to respond. The first thing that happens is this bug appears, and then another bug appears, and then another bug appears, and you notice they are a nice, vibrant shade of green. They're made of plants, and they seem to be trailing small vines behind them.
Oh.
Okay. Just a
Go.
reminder. I mean, are we doing initiative?
No, you guys.
Okay.
We're just going to do it where you guys can act in any order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So Felly is going to take the box, and Jack Sparrow run his way as far out as possible towards the exit of this location.
Clark, clarifying question. Is this room like at the end of a hallway? So like if they get out and I barricade the door, like will these... I mean, obviously they can change its formation with roots and vines and things like that, but if they get behind, could I potentially block?
You could fill the doorway, yes. You
Okay,
could.
that's my goal. Yeah.
Okay.
So I yell to Lodestone, like, get behind me.
Lodestone is already moving, and he is going to run out, and you might think it's a bit of an odd turn, but he actually turns to go and pick up Catrice's body.
Okay.
So he's gonna sling Catrice's body over one shoulder. He's got the shovel in his other hand, and that's about as far as we're gonna get on one round.
Okay. So Felly, you have booked it. Where are you going? Are you going to look in the box at all? What are you doing? Okay. Give me a composure roll.
Okay. At least that one's a good one for me.
And then
Let's
Wendell
see.
will be thinking of what you want to be doing.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Does anything apply to this, like search or harvest or avoidance or no? Okay, great. Then I'm looking at 18 total.
18. So you open the box and there is a scream in your mind, which is very startling, but you're able to shake it off. And there is a document conveniently labeled Will and Testament.
Ha ha! Ha! So he yells out, "Ha ha! I've got it! I've got it! Ha ha ha!"
Did you roll that at disadvantage?
No, am I supposed to?
Yes, because you're still sticking.
Okay, this one's not very good, so I think I probably won't be doomed here. Wait, okay, so I get I get the same because
Yes.
it would have exploded.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So, Quindle, what are you doing?
So I am going to use, and I'm sure my friends have seen me do this maybe once or twice before, but it's usually like I'm going to do my whole Nightcrawler, the Nightcrawler squid thing, where you said like I can like do darkness and I have teleport. Can I do both?
It can do one of those. It can do one
of those.
Unless,
I was just
unless you
imagining
take
like I
time
could like
to make
squirt
multiple items.
Okay.
Each item can do one.
All right. I'm gonna teleport. I'm just gonna poof and get ahead of Dendron, so I'm already out the door. Like as soon as that happens.
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah.
is that as a boon? Is there a roll for that, or I just do it?
You go. No, you don't even need to roll it. Not for this situation. But so you guys are heading towards the door, and now more of the vines are splitting open, and bugs are starting to come out from the other places. They're definitely more heavy in the room that you bottled off, Dendron. but they start scurrying forward, trailing these long threads of vines behind them. And they rush towards you, and you are filled up, blocking the entrance. What is your defense now that you are in your bulwark form?
Yeah, so I was gonna, I'll save this for a second, but let's see. In Living Bulwark, it doesn't actually give me an addition. Oh, +3 to guard, so it'll be 19.
And can you go ahead and take away your agility and might from that? So just do 10 plus whatever armor you have.
Oh, I don't have any armor on.
So 13.
13.
Okay. So they come forward and they start taking bites out of your wooden body.
Okay.
Because normally it would be fine, but this is a swarm, and swarm does different things regarding your defense. You can't dodge and block them the way you can larger creatures.
Sure.
So they start taking chunks out of you, and you take 6 points of damage.
Am I still down the 10 from earlier?
That isn't health damage. That can be your poise if you're using something to make it so that you're using like even just the nature of your bulwark, like that could be part of it, is you're using your ability to act as a buffer. So this could just be damage against poise. Or
sure. I'll take 6 to poise.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're now back at the top of the turn.
May I light myself on fire?
You may.
So an ability that I have not talked about yet is that I'm a Phoenix Pine, and I don't really have the ability yet. But my health is dwindling. My all of my resource pools are getting low except for wit. But I know my friends are behind me, and I'm going to buy them as much time as possible. So I've barricaded this door by getting as enormous as possible and blocking with a living wall. And then I'm just going to combust into flames.
And this is Living Pyre, yes?
Living Pyre, yes.
Yep.
So it says it spends 2 bond points and 1 health per turn, but I get a 5-foot aura of fire that deals 1d4 damage and advantage 2 to inflict fear. I call for
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So
that sounds good. And because we had kind of talked about this ahead, this is not something I would do to players if I hadn't talked about this before.
Yeah.
Dendron is basically, I'm assuming you're doing the sacrifice play here?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
As much as...
So he has blocked off the entrance to the bower and set himself on fire, burning away these bugs basically as fast as they reach him, but not before they keep taking chunks out of him, giving the rest of you time to flee up the path and out of the bower. So
Lodestone, I think, is the only one still down in the lower area. I think Quindle and Felly have both already run out, correct?
Mm-hmm.
At least, yeah, we're farther away. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
but because I backtracked to get Catrice's body,
Yes.
and so Lodestone's first impulse is, we're not out until we're all out. And so he transfers the shovel to the arm, to the hand of the arm that holding Catrice, and he is going to try and scoop Dendron as he's running by. He's going to hook him and try to drag him with him.
You're welcome to try.
And
Grab a steed or
and he's
something.
going to activate his slingshot to ignore the effects of gravity as he's doing this. He's
love it.
He's using everything in his power to try and pull his friend out with him. So this would be strength. And see here, I guess. So I've got athletics running. I've got physical exertion. Would either of those apply to this?
Is he rolling against anything of mine as I've just kind of rooted in place, or?
He's just rolling.
Okay.
Yes.
And Ian, the player, is fine if this does not work.
Yeah. So just
Lodestone, the character,
I have ideas about how this is gonna play regardless.
Is full on trying to make this happen.
just roll it. Go ahead and add. You can add physical exertion.
Okay. That did not go well. That was almost a 20, and then it rolled over to a 2. So 2 plus 5, 7.
No. So you go up and you wrap your arms around him. You're going to take
Kick.
D4?
D4 fire, yeah.
3 points of fire damage to your health, and then you're going to try and rush away, and your arm just slips free. You can't move, Dendron.
Do I manage to like grab any bits that maybe snap off?
I'm burning. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, so he's going to let his momentum carry him because he activated that slingshot. He's activated that get moving, and by the time he realizes that he doesn't have all of Dendron in his other hand, his momentum has already carried him too far to double back. And
Felly and Quindle, or sorry, go ahead, Dendron. What were you?
Oh, I was going to say, if I may, I love the idea of, as he slingshots himself, Lodestone realizes I just have like a chunk of bark, and he looks back, and if it's cool with you, maybe he has exposed like the inner, just like burning seed within Dendron. There's like a core that is like a similar pine cone to what you saw earlier from Xyla, but it is just like a flame within him, like even more so than the inferno that is currently
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. So, Felly and Quindle, what are you two doing?
I
Are you gonna
am
keep running?
I've got to run as fast as I can away from this place. I've got the Will and Testament. I realize there's nothing I can do for anyone that gets stuck down there. I see that these are some kind of vine producing bugs that are going to trap us. Am I correct that we know that we're externals and we know that we respawn?
You do know that.
So realistically, this sucks. But if I don't get away with this will, then all of this is for nothing. So I've got to get the hell out of here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, yes, that is all correct.
Yeah.
So you just book it. Quindle, what are you doing?
I am presuming that everybody is behind me anyway, so I'm just running through, and I'm just I might grab a couple things on there that I can throw in my satchel. Well, this is pretty cool too, and I'm grabbing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the bugs keep coming. Dendron, you have blocked the entrance. You might even stop, retreat to the main door, and plant again as part of what I'm thinking. But unless you choose otherwise, you will hold the line until you are torn to pieces or burned. Is there any way you would like to describe this? Anything you would like to say or anything like that?
Well, I assume they're all out of earshot or whatever, right? But if this is all under Xyla, like the tree, I think that as they emerge, coming out of the ground and rushing out, are they open out into that field of flowers with the lone tree and that opening, that clearing?
You don't know,
Okay.
but yes, that is what is going to happen.
I mean, for Dendron, I think that it is literally just, every little piece you hear the crackles and a whole limb just kind of breaks off and just drops. But it drops in a way that it's just burning out these vine bugs and everything like that with them. And in the end, Dendron just kind of zoom in on whatever the arboreal face is and just eyes closed, looks up, knowing his friends have made it to the surface, and kind of just leans back as the flames just go, and all that's left is floating a singular core that is remains
and
burning.
it sits there floating in midair with the bugs continuing to swarm around it, continuing to burn, and then it winks out.
So and then as that happened, we're doing slow motion, looking backward, where this Celtic pop dirge music is playing, and we're in slow motion, what's going on?
Yes, exactly. And the rest of you burst out into the clearing, up above, and there is no smoke following you. There is nothing. But they're trying to think of how exactly I want to do this. I was hoping. Okay, yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. You guys burst out into the clearing, and as you do, there is a chime, and all three of you get a notification that says "Character milestone reached." You have traveled beyond the mortal plane in Aeonia, and returned with knowledge and potentially power. So, you have, man, that was better in my head. But yes, you have returned with knowledge and potentially power. And then it goes away, and you get another ping. It says quest update. You have retrieved the will and testament of Catrice. You must decide now. You must decide whether you will deliver to Ned or to Nakimra. And we're going to fade away from you guys. And Dendron, back down in the bower, right as the seed winks out. There is nothing for a moment. And then everything blurs, and there's coruscating lights and sounds, and you are hovering in space above Aeonia, looking down at the planet, which you haven't died before, but this is a familiar sight because this is where you were when you came to character creation, floating above the planet and being able to set your stats and all of that. And then a prompt appears. It says, "You have died." It fades away and something else manifests in front of you. And it says, how would you like to proceed? Respawn, start new life, or delayed respawn. Delayed respawn is grayed out.
Okay. I mean, I assume respawn is what I think Dendron would choose.
Okay. So that you hit respawn, another notification, sufficient karma points available, respawn initiated. Then there is another flash of light, and you are in Titan Crest, in the town square, with people moving about. The sun is setting, and you are hit by a wave of pain and discomfort as several notifications pop up before you. One says, you are suffering the effects of death's toll, and it gives you information about how that is affecting your attributes and that kind of thing. I'm not going to spoil that, but then you also get the other one that says character milestone reached. You have traveled beyond the mortal plane of Aeonia. You died outside the mortal plane and have returned. And that is where we are going to end it.
Oof.
Or, I'm sorry. The last thing that all of you have is when at the end of each of those messages, where it gives you the varying things saying character milestone reached, it simply says, open your character sheet in order to complete milestone advancement. And that is where we are going to pause.
Yeah. Woo! Oof.
So I grossly underestimated how long this first half of the adventure was going to take. I'm having fun, though. I hope you guys are having fun.
Oh, yes.
I hope
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
watching this has been having fun. And I'm probably going to have to shorten what I had planned for part 2. We're still going to be doing the live stream on October 25th, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time. If you can't make it to that, I'm going to be doing the launch party starting at 1 p.m. Pacific time. You can find information about both of those at crrowanson.com/launch. And just real quick, I'm going to go through my players again. And if you guys can just tell our viewers where they can find you. Aaron.
Hi, Aaron Fours. You can find me at my website, aaronfours.com. You can sign up for my newsletter or find me on any social media, Instagram, Facebook, and the like, as at Aaron Fours.
Rennie.
Yes, you can look for me anywhere on the internet under Rainy Plays Games, because that's what I do. And yeah, you'll find my podcast and social media and everything like that. So say hi.
Barney.
Barney Smith. You can find me at storycomic.com. That's where all my find me at storycomic at pretty much everything there. So that's storycomic.com.
All right. Ian.
I'm Ian Woodworth. You can find me with the Undercommon Taste podcast. You can find us on basically any podcast aggregator you want, or at undercommontaste.com.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for playing. I'm
Thank
having
you.
an absolute blast, and I hope the people watching this have as well. Anybody who is watching this, whether you find this out in time for the launch party or not, I hope you have had fun. But whatever you do, make sure that you get out of here, you keep writing, and you stay awesome. Bye, guys.